And of course, let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Yes, 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 people. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. And let me bring in 1/3 of the DAG Triplets, no other than Diana, 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗄𝐿 McDonald boy.
No.
Hey, Diana 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗄𝐿, welcome. How are you doing this fantabulous, splendiferous, marvelous, tremendiferous day?
I good. I'm watching the children in the chat here to see how they're behaving. Good night. Good night, all.
Yeah. They ought to behave themselves, because, we know we had the storm on the case. Stormy, welcome.
Wolf,
good evening, good evening, Storm.
Good night, Tommy.
Good evening, Professor Wall Street.
Yeah, everybody inside already. Yeah.
Yes,
good evening to everyone. And let me do these superlatives there. The chat going so fast that I think Rose was in at 5:14 p.m. 5:14, Rose, take a bow, Rose. Rose Trump, not Donald Trump. All right, all you. Rose Trump. Who's the first one coming the last time, boy? I think Lana. Trump, Lana, everybody, everybody, boy. Rose. Yeah, Rose, you inside big time. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Lana, welcome, boy. Lana is the media guru, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Wolverine, welcome. Wolverine inside too, boy. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 inside.
Nadia.
Oh, Nadia inside too, yeah, boy. I just scroll all the way down, boy. Nadia, welcome.
Keisha, Richie.
Yeah, Richie inside too. Richie, welcome. Yeah, boy, good. Mark Daniel, boy. Mark inside, boy. Tobago in the house, boy. Tobago in the house, boy. I'm a family island, yes, boy. Richie, welcome. Nadia, welcome, boy. Rishi, welcome. We going. Let me see. I think
somebody say if you cough or you sneeze in Trinidad, it's COVID-19. Yeah.
Boy, the Delta coming. It didn't come. It coming on a Delta airline, boy. Delta airline bringing the Delta, boy. What? Joke, Vonnie, boy. Vonnie Roberts, welcome. Vonnie, how you going to say good night to Lana alone? What is that? Lana, plenty. Lana, you, Lana, and Carissa, something in common, I know what it is,
Yeah.
Well, there's something in common. I always see the people always, yeah, boy, Vonnie, boy. Hey, and I don't talk about that one, I don't talk about that one. Mrs. Kamala Prasad Processor took her job today. We go talk about that. Yeah. And you know, let me do this superlative first. Breadstick, I mean cheese stick inside, boy. Cheese sticks. Cheese sticks inside, boy. And look at again, cheese sticks on Lana. Oh God. Nadia, welcome as well. Cheese stick, everybody on Lana, but wait now, but cheese stick trying to call out all the ladies. Cheese stick calling. No, we call Wolf too. So
yeah, Wolf, I'm watching you. What you do now? I'm keeping my eyes on you.
Yeah, we keeping the eyes on you, you know. Don't come in here and try nothing, you know. Troy Smith, boy. Welcome, boy. Troy, welcome. Of course, Troy inside, boy. Troy Smith. You see, cheese stick calling all the ladies' name.
Thank you, Rose. Rose say handsome. Rose say looking nice.
Rose, thank you. Rose, the first time, I think. No, that's the second time any lady in the chat said looking nice. So, yeah, Rose, think about this, right? You know when you tell somebody they're looking nice, it means all the other time they wasn't looking nice, right?
Oh.
Oh, God.
Hey, watch me now. Hey, look. Hey, Wolfie, I have these for you. You see these here? These my Spock glasses. I'll be watching you. Will you misbehaving? I'm going to see right through you. You best behave yourself. See this? I'm going to zap you. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody misbehave getting zapped. All right?
Yeah.
So
Raj,
watch it.
Inside, boy. Raj, boy. Raj, you're inside, boy. You're inside, Raj. Patax, you're inside.
Tommy, you see my glasses to zap them, eh?
Yeah. I like that one, you know.
Tommy,
that look like a motorcycle glasses, you know.
Tommy.
Nah, Tommy can't see it.
Tommy, you see my glasses?
No.
The misbehaviors with?
No. Tommy can't see that. Tommy can't see that. Hey, where the powder? Where the powder? The powder ain't reach yet? Hey, cheese stick. Where the powder is? Hey, Curtis Montreal, but you're inside by Patax.
You see, he started, he said playing Robocop.
Who's that? Wolverine?
Yeah.
Well, Wolverine cousin inconvenient, the powder inconvenient. Where the powder? You know what the powder is, right?
He begging Lana for help.
Wait. Hey, Lana, where the powder?
I don't know.
The powder ain't reach yet.
Oh no, he said Ron have a death in his family. Oh dear.
Oh, condolences to Ron and his family.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah. That's one of the loyalists, you know what I mean? You know, you gotta play a little song for him and his family too as well.
Yeah.
You know, condolences to him and his family. Absolutely. We want to send him. Is he on Facebook? Because we like to send him a little something, you know, because all of his family in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nutscake. Listen to him, Nutscake.
You'll come in later.
You sure? Yeah, right. Nutscake. We're nuts. What will I feel nuts?
He just come in later.
Oh, you just come in later. Who else we missing? Carice, we missing Carice too. Carice. Who else we missing? Breadstick. Did we have somebody chat named Breadstick?
Oh Lord, you see Wolverine misbehave. He said not to have COVID.
Hey, Wolverine, behave yourself now, partner. Behave yourself now. Hey, Mark Daniel, you know, I have a shirt with Wall Street on the back of it, you know. No joke, you know. That's real, you know. No joke, boy. You know what he say? He say I always wanted one of Ansem t-shirts with Wall Street print on it. Yeah, I have a real shirt, boy. Real shirt. You know, joke, you know. Real shirt. Yeah. Of course.
Oh, it's Ron's brother that died. Oh,
sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that, man. Wait now. Kim Miller is a new person joining us. Kim Miller, where are you joining us from? You are new here in the village of the Dark Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Everyone,
they're really saying that nuts have COVID in truth. Oh dear.
You serious?
Yeah, Lana said it. Yeah.
What? Oh man, that's sad to hear.
Somebody say wipe your camera, it's blurry.
Who's that?
You.
Who camera?
Yours. Somebody say wipe your camera, it's blurry.
I mean, it blurry?
They can't see you.
Let me see. The camera is in front, right? Let me wipe it and see.
Tommy, wipe me. You're quiet or what?
Well, let's see. I wiping it. I wiping it, you know. What blurry? It's in blurry. Let me try this light here and see what.
Oh, I just, I'm talking all the time and I just realized that my mic was muted. Oh my goodness.
You see why you special? Use your special child. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But we lost a trainee in the community here yesterday.
Oh no.
He had a heart attack. A guy from Arima called Tony Valentine. They call him Walla. That's his nickname.
Okay.
It's really sad. It wasn't so old. Probably just about 60.
Oh right. Oh, sorry to hear that, man. Yeah.
Miller.
Miller, where you joining us from? You all say hello to Miller, and you could put Miller and come on, man.
Gotcha. We got you.
We got you. Regretta Garcia, welcome as well. Everyone say hello to Regretta Garcia. Regretta, where are you joining us from? Can you tell us where you're joining us from?
I know who she is. That's the young lady that I got in touch with MP 𝗧𝗂𝗲𝗍𝘆 to reach out and assist her because she is in dire need of assistance. And she did get back to me and saying she would go there and visit her with a council person. Is that the young lady? Tell me yay or nay, Miss Garcia.
So
tell me yay or nay.
The Phantom is in the house. Welcome, Phantom.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, I think that is the same young lady that I'm arranging to alleviate her condition. I believe that's the same young lady.
Yeah. Welcome on, man.
Welcome, Miss Garcia.
All sticking, man. Where's that one? All sticking, man. Welcome, Miss Garcia, man. Where's that story? All sticking, you know.
Yes.
You got stick. We have no time to stick. We ain't sticking at all.
Lana, I'm gonna put you on her case to help her. Help her however you can. She needs help. She needs help.
But by the way, tonight is ladies' night.
Yeah. It's ladies' night in the thing tonight. In the village tonight.
It's a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Don't let me come to the phone. Yes, I'm glad you're able to join us, Miss Garcia. Lift your spirits. Ladies' night tonight. Yes.
All you welcome, Regretta Garcia, man. What is that one? Wolverine, you're sticking. You're sticking, Wolverine. Come on, Lana. To Keisha. I see Rajvi already hit it up. Yeah, Rajvi,
all right, Lana, you will help her. Good. Do something for Miss Garcia. Cheer her up.
You're sticking, cheese stick. Come on. Vonnie Roberts, you're sticking. Oh, you're sticking. Come on, man. Let me go.
Come on. Say hello to Miss Garcia. She's a citizen in dire need of assistance. And if all you get a hold of Lana and do something for Miss Garcia in the interim until that lady gets to her. And if she doesn't get to her in a timely manner, she will be hearing from the storm.
Yeah, we fixing things, man. We fixing business in here, you know. We ain't joking, you know. We ain't lapsing the strings and all you.
Don't worry, man.
All you, I want to show you something, I want to show you something. I will show you this one first, right? And I tell all you, we all of these one family.
I will, Lana.
Okay, let me see. Let me go back here. All right, here we go. All you watch this. So this is the opposition leader, Mrs. 𝗂𝗲𝗀𝘆, taking his shot. Now, I am not gonna speculate about anything. To me, Mrs. 𝗂𝗲𝗀𝘆 is taking a shot for COVID-19, right? People can say what they want, right? But when this one happened, people were saying it's a vitamin shot. You see what I'm saying? If we want to compare and contrast, to me, they're taking the COVID-19 shot, right? I will not say Mrs. 𝗲𝗲𝘀𝗀𝘆 is taking anything else, and I wouldn't say Dr. Rowley is taking anything else, right? Because, as I've said, I honestly believe that there is no way, absolutely no way, the opposition leader and the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago will go out there and do something to fool people with respect to this.
𝗪𝗏𝘂, behave yourself.
Right? I don't think, you know, that will happen. I really don't think that will happen. Both the Prime Minister and Mrs. 𝗲𝗲𝘀𝗀𝘆. Now, before we were questioning whether Mrs. 𝗲𝗲𝘀𝘀𝘆 was going to take her shot, right? So here it is. She did. Okay? So all them questions are out the window.
Apparently, she heard you.
No, I think other people
so you know you're making a difference. Apparently, she heard
you. Somebody want to know why those doctors don't wear gloves. We can't answer those questions. We was trying to get Dr. Faith in here, but she was busy, so we can't answer those questions.
Yeah.
And I wonder which shot she take. Was it the Pfizer, the Moderna, the AstraZeneca?
Oh no, she take AstraZeneca.
𝗪𝗏𝘂 says it's the White Oak, so you know.
No. She take AstraZeneca. She took the AstraZeneca.
Right? 𝗪𝗏𝘂, why you so?
So that's why we, you know, I mean, I know we are skeptical people. Eh? We are very skeptical, you know, very skeptical. But I think in this situation here, especially with COVID-19, I will think that you have to be a fool to take a chance and say you are COVID-19 positive, or to say that you take a vaccine and it's not a vaccine. Them people who gave you that shot, but they can't wait to leak their information to the public. They can't wait. They cannot wait. Right? They cannot wait to leak that information to the public that the opposition leader or the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago took a vaccine shot. Right? So I think they absolutely take, you know, the COVID-19 shot.
Are they sanitizing the schools after each child use school opening in September?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, man. Marissa, welcome. Of course, Marissa is in the house. Bless good night to you as well, Marissa. Yeah, look what Mark Daniel put.
Oh Lord.
Mark, I think Wolverine on them rubbing off on you, you know. I feel so, you know. I feel Wolverine and cheese sticks and nuts cake and Run DMC and all them fellas rubbing off on you, you know.
Dear, a principal died yesterday from COVID-19.
Correct is right.
Who's this one? 𝗬𝗏𝘲. There's a new person here.
No. CV been there before.
Oh, okay.
I saw CV. CV, welcome. Is it CV? CV, welcome. Welcome, CV.
Also, I heard some people from the Prime Minister's entourage.
Well, let me tell you this. Sources have indicated that a person, and I say fact or fiction, but you know something, Diana? All you help me with this, Tommy and Gary. If somebody says fact or fiction, what does it mean? If you put something up and you say fact or fiction, what does it mean?
It's questionable.
You are questioning. You are asking a question. You're not speaking a statement. You're asking a question. Is it true or not?
Yeah, Diana?
Yeah, is it truth or is it a lie?
You know, Diana, I can't understand why when I put that up, PNM people, if it has something to do with the PNM people, it's like, why are you saying something and there are no facts? Why are you making a statement and there are no facts? I'm like, Lord Father, please put a hand.
Now you understand why the country is such a chaos, right? Because this is the quality of people we're dealing with. That's their level of thinking.
Sad but true.
That's why I say. That's why I say we need leaders and not politicians.
But the people on the community, you know, this is what we're looking at. Forget the leaders for a second. The individual on the street, the man on the street, you know, the young and old. That's their thing.
Nobody thinks critically.
And Tommy, and that is the thing. I am putting it out there in order for you to think. Well, listen now, boy. I wonder, boy. And listen to this, if it's fiction, think about this, right? If it's fiction, you know, as soon as that post go up, you're going to have about 2,000 PNM people coming out and say it's fiction.
Anselm, did you ever try to get Brother David Mohammed on this show?
Oh, yeah, he's been here. But if we want him for Saturday, I'll get him. I could get him. Yeah, he's not a problem. No problem. David Mohammed is not a problem at all.
He's been here in the past when he had the radio only.
When you about say thank God for the kindness of the US with the vaccine donation. I guess Dr. Rowley will have to reimburse or give back. Well, based on statements that were made, Vonnie, the donation was actually a gift from the United States of America. But I want all to remember something,
I just said there's something on it.
Yeah, I want all to remember something, All you remember this? Remember that?
Johnson versus a schedule.
Remember that?
Anticipated to arrive in August.
Yeah. You know how much people forget about that? Right? What the Johnson and Johnson? Like the twins separate, it's just Johnson now. It's just Johnson, right? Because what we had here today this is what we had today. We had today that we will be getting, I'm gonna go here. Where's this one? Look here. This one says TNT to get 908 doses of Pfizer.
8,000, not
908,000.
Right.
300,000 or so came today. Right? So we get in. So at the end of the day, right, I think it's a good thing that the country is getting Pfizer. I think it's a good thing. But that Pfizer is supposed
the US is stepping up. The US is not boycotting us. They're not punishing us for Venezuela. They are stepping up and assisting us.
But
so the relationship is strong between TNT and the US.
Right. But it appears that the Pfizer is only for 12 years and older. And also, the Prime Minister indicated previously that if they receive any Pfizer vaccine, it will go basically to high school or secondary school students.
Because it's the only vaccine that the younger people can get.
No, correct. Right? But you telling me they have 300,000 students in Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, no, you can't put it that way because he's prioritizing. So after the students are vaccinated, I'm sure they will, distribute accordingly. But it's prioritized because he wasn't sure how much he was going to get. So
okay, that makes sense, Gary. That makes sense.
Now that he's getting more than he expected, so you can't blame him for that,
No, I'm not blaming him. I'm just saying that. I'm saying that. I thought that I thought they were prioritizing those vaccines just for secondary school students. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that, for example,
what we was expected to get, now we're getting more than we might. What we estimated, I mean, now they have a little room to play,
Okay, good. So then other people now people would think that, boy, look now, boy, me, I waiting to get Pfizer, yes. Gonna take no Sinopharm now. They gonna take no Sinopharm. I waiting for Pfizer, boy. Oh, I waiting for Johnson & Johnson, boy. Or even Johnson alone come. I waited for Johnson.
Canada gave us some AstraZeneca too, right? Wasn't that?
Right, yeah. About 30-something thousand.
Yeah. So.
You know? So
I think we're in good standing.
Yeah. We listen. We seem, with all the pressure that they get, we seem that things are looking up. And that's what we want for the country as a whole, right? Whether you are a believer in taking the vaccine or not taking the vaccine, you know, at least the vaccines are there for you to have a choice, right? You have a choice. You have AstraZeneca, you have Pfizer, and you have Sinopharm, right? So choices are good. And if the 800,000 Johnson & Johnson come true in August, right, then in short time, we could be able to reach herd immunity of at least 70% vaccine. But we already have some money in the background. But let me do this real quickly. Today, a press release was just released by the Ministry of Social Development, asking landlords to stop evictions, to please cease with evictions, and just come out of Donna Cox's office. So that's a good thing. Right, that's a very good thing in that.
Oh, they're listening again. They're listening again.
Yeah. She see a press release.
The press release was today. Hooray! Official Mario.
That didn't happen before we got involved in. That didn't never happen in, and it would have never happened if we didn't get involved in raise hell.
Yes, so they see a press release. So you see what we just do? We, when you do good, we post it here in the village. Once we get it, right? We don't get anything, right? So the Ministry of Social Development has said, listen, you need to put a moratorium on evicting people from their house, these landlords. That's a good thing. And there was even a story. Here's the story.
And a written response to questions sent by CNC3 News, the minister...
Okay, let's try that over. Let's try that from the beginning. Let's go.
Landlords are said to be showing no mercy to tenants on the breadline who cannot pay their rent. Social Development Minister Donna Cox admits that the situation is now dire. In a written response to questions sent by CNC3 News, the minister issued a humanitarian call to landlords to hold their hands in evicting tenants who have lost their jobs. This, as she noted, there are no pandemic-related orders to protect tenants from being evicted. According to her, the ministry offers a rent assistance grant for up to 3 months. In the first instance, the grant is valued at $2,500. But this grant may not be easily accessible since landlords must agree to this arrangement. 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗍𝗃, the director of social welfare, said unfortunately, few landlords are willing. Founder of the Rental Association of Trinidad and Tobago, Dina White, disputes 𝗹𝗀𝗀𝗍's explanation, saying the process was flawed.
The people are saying that social welfare is promising assistance with the rent, and the landlords are not fed up with it, so this is why they are leaving evicted.
White said NGOs could only do so much since many shelters were full, while others have reduced their intake due to COVID-19. CNC3 News was also informed that some landlords were now including harsh clauses in rental contracts in the event tenants are unable to make payments at this time. CNC3 News contacted the Rent Assessment Board to find out what regulations exist to deal with such matters, but to date, all calls remain unanswered. We also received no response from Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi, who was contacted for comment on the absence of regulations in this sector, and to find out if steps will be made to regulate the industry during the pandemic. Bobby Lee Dixon, CNC3 News.
So that's a good thing, all right? So, go ahead.
Now I'm saying that where there's life, there's hope, and that's good news. Also in Tobago, you saw $800,000 being meted out to the 55 homeowners to help them with repairs on their homes.
But Tommy, Tommy, you see that?
What Dr. Fan said?
Tommy, you see that, Tommy? Tommy, you see that? I look at that from a different perspective.
Me too.
I look at that from a whole different perspective. To me, that is an election gimmick.
Thank you.
That is an election gimmick, and
Yep.
people have to understand it's an election gimmick, and that's unacceptable.
Yep.
Right? It's unacceptable for you to come out now. And listen, yes, the people need it. I don't have a problem with that. But to me, that is an election gimmick in Tobago.
Well,
Take the money.
What better time to satisfy a need?
So you always say it's okay to satisfy a need to
obviously they did it. Obviously they didn't. They're not. Obviously they're not doing something illegal. Persons needed and applied for relief to repair their homes that were in dire straits apparently, and 55 of them got roughly $16,000 each.
Tommy, I would like to know, of those 55 people, what is the breakdown according to party?
Hey, they dangling a prize in front of their eyes.
That's what I would like to know, because we have to stop playing political games with people's lives.
But the truth be told, Tobago people are such. Regardless of what you give them, if they make up their mind as to who they support, the supporters that is such, you know. So
Tommy, I hear you. We have to stand up and tell the politicians, stop playing political games with people. Stop it. You have to stop playing, and you're going to pave road in Tobago too.
Yep.
Not only that, right?
Yep.
We have to, and listen up, we starting from here. We starting that. Any politicians in Trinidad and Tobago, right, when an election coming and you want to pave road, you want to fix drain, you want to do this, you want to do that, take it. I tell you to take it and vote for the best people. Don't let that sway you to vote for them.
And watch it now. The people are hurting for money, but they found $2 million to buffer the playway system.
Well, that's
to
another
put in
story.
the lottery. Yeah, right. Yeah. If you want to talk about grants, the people hurting, you find $2 million to go and put in the lottery.
But those same hurting people will take the last and play the playway. So
no. I ain't talking about what the people gonna do. I'm talking about what the government do. You take $2 million and go and buffer the lottery system.
You know what they should have done with that $2 million? They should have given people incentive to take the vaccine.
Thank you.
That's what they should take that $2 million and do. Take it and give people incentive, or give people free private tickets. Give them free tickets.
Meanwhile,
everybody take the first job, get 5 free tickets.
Meanwhile, 6,000 businesses closed down. Huh?
Look,
you want me to continue there? 6,000 businesses closed down, right? And while we're at it, 500 businesses shut, closed their doors in where? In 𝗲𝗲𝗀, where it is. And while all of this is going on, I went and do my research, you know. While all of this is going on, the banks making a profit off of the backs of all the poor people, right? The banks making a profit. Need I tell you the profit that these banks are making? People have to hide their car. People have to hide their car from Island Finance and all these way. First Citizen Bank made a profit of $683 million, an increase of 654 million from June 2020.
Republic over half $1 billion. Over half $1 billion.
Republic Bank at the end of 2019 made a profit of $1.58 billion on the backs of poor people. And I ain't hear them organize no hamper drive for the poor people. They ain't call no moratorium. They're still ringing down the people's phone, hunting down the people for the loans and the business places for the loans and late charges and stuff. All they want to talk,
Yeah, and
there's no question there's predatory banking going on in Trinidad. That has been for quite a while now and hasn't changed, and it's gotten worse as a matter of fact.
Because Dr. Rowley and 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝘀𝗏 ain't issue no official moratorium, debt moratorium to ease on the people.
But Diana, I think the central bank issued something there. I think the central bank
when?
Yeah, previously. I get it for you. But I know the central bank.
But why they still hungering people?
Well, listen, the central bank could say what they want to know. At the end of the day, it's up to the management in the bank whether they want to do it or not. Right? Huh? Unless the central bank give them incentives to do it. Them do have to do it. Them do have to
and I'm gonna call and standard going in people's house and repossessing thing on Sunday when people cooking. Taking out stove and all that on poor black people, carrying on the stove and the chair and the table. What kind of customer? What kind of marketing is that? I will never buy nothing from Standard again. Yeah, me, I said it. Can't waiting from poor black disadvantaged people. Why all you can work at a lower rate at a longer term? You ought to carry the woman's stove. All you wicked and evil. I said it.
Yes, we have a brilliant finance minister. Don't forget we have a Dwen as the finance minister.
Diana, we have someone in the background. Do you want me to play that song first?
Who is it? What's her name?
From let me see. The young lady is it from Baka?
Is she there already?
Yeah, she's there already.
Okay, well, if she wants to come in, yeah, okay, play. Yeah, you can play that song.
You want to bring her in? Or you want to play this song?
She could bring her in, yeah.
Let me bring her in then. Okay, let me bring her in. Hold on, we know you're in the back, right? Hold a minute, right? Because if we let this chat go too far, we could be out of let's just catch up on this chat real quick here. Because 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏 join us, and when 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏 join us, 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏 go start a pout. But how we reading his comments? Let me see. Hold up. Good, plenty comments there. Janet G, where are you joining us from?
I said hello to her.
Oh, you say hello to her. Okay, Janet G, where are you joining us from? Janet, let me go down and read these things.
We have a Chris Watson. They're new.
Troy Smith says, I can't let my child keep a mask on his face for the entire day. What will happen to the oxygen going to his brain? Troy, that is a good point. I mean to laugh.
He's making good sense.
That makes sense. Troy, that makes plenty sense. Marissa Kim Miller says, Marissa, I think the government should not force it on children. Troy Smith says, vaccinate my son for him to wear a mask. Nadia say, God said, that's right, exactly.
But today I was listening to a study.
Yeah. Tommy, hold on a minute. Tommy, hold that thought a minute. Let me just quickly run through this here because it will get away from us. Hold that thought. They said that Pfizer is for students, so if adults waiting for that one, they will keep waiting. Is that Pfizer? Is that vaccine just for students? I think adults could take that one too. I think so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that one could. I think they could take that one too. Marissa says exactly, but the sad reality is that that's exactly the direction they're headed in 𝗪𝐻𝑚. So Marissa was responding to 𝗪𝐻𝑚. So what she says is a donation we get in. Where the money going?
Beijing.
Yeah. Wolverine asking Nads, how many kids you got? Why you want to know how much kids you get, Wolverine? Why you want to know your people business? Yeah, in the village where we keep it real and the PNM does listen when they reach in the village. Okay. Ellis, welcome, boy. You're inside big time. She sticks says, Kim Miller, all the vaccine working good before I was scared, but since my father took Sinopharm, I feel more comfortable. People have to put their political views aside and take it before it's too. She stick. She stick. I have to tell you the truth. I was very skeptical about taking the vaccine. I'll be honest with you. Very skeptical. And I say, you know something, boy? I said, listen, I could go outside today and cross the street and I could get bunged down and dead. Right? If 3 years from now, the vaccine had to distort my DNA in some way and whatever it is, and because I'm telling you guys, for my son had COVID-19, and the only reason why he recovered from it is because of the vaccine. Right? If he didn't take the vaccine, I mean, we never know. We never know what would happen. But I think, it's a personal choice, but I think it's better to than not to. CV says, I can be forced into taking an experimental vaccine, and that's worldwide. Ellis says, but just a few months ago, the government was planning to evict citizens. Nadia says, you Wolverine 4, all big, last is 20. So Wolverine, Nadia tell you, no, she have big kids. You try to go over there, one of them might tap you. One of the kids got tap you. Yeah, don't joke. Ellis last week, 22 people pay up or get out. I'll be going
Anselm, I have a guest before Baka, There's a young lady before her.
She not there.
Dorsha. No, she's gonna come in. I told her time. But Baka just hanging out backstage listening, so they know their time.
Okay, all right. She just another listening. Okay, cool. All right. Chris Watson. Chris, where you from? Chris, tell us where you're from. All welcome, Chris. Chris Watson. Chris says people not looking at the real issue. The healthcare system is not working. It failed in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, boy, earlier in the clock, Oxford has just ranked high. We had a high ranking from Oxford. But that ranking diminished very quickly. Chris, where you from? And I want to say hello to Chris Watson. Say hello to Chris Watson there. Yeah, Lana, election time in Tobago, boy. Money flowing like water, not just like water, but please, boy. All over the place. Go ahead, Tommy. Tommy, go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Yeah, today I was looking at this study where it's going to behoove almost everybody to get vaccinated for the mere reason that they say the vaccine that we are using are in trial phases, and when vaccines are in trial phases, there's a leaky vaccine syndrome that takes place, which meaning that people who get vaccinated, their vaccines leak and they infect non-vaccinated persons, and also by the leaky vaccine, it creates the different variants much easier. So it's going to be in the best interest for everyone to get the vaccine, because even if you're healthy and you're well, and somebody is vaccinated and you're around them, their vaccine leaking can make you sick. As a matter of fact, they started showing statistics that places that were vaccinated the most started having, or after they started getting vaccinated, they started having higher incidence of illness. And they pointed out that trials were being done in South Africa, Brazil, and the United States.
Okay.
And
different variants.
Yeah, they say so. It may be in the best interest of everybody to just go ahead and get the vaccine, for the mere reason that if you're unvaccinated and you're among people who are vaccinated, that leaky vaccine syndrome could affect you. So it's a catch-22 situation. So you're damned if you don't.
Yeah,
that's right.
So Troy Smith says, Anselm, let the AG give us a rest too. Look, here Wolverine going again. That's what I feel. Nads, he asking Nadia if she have any grandkids. What do you want to know the woman have grandkids for? Them two will tap you. So you're getting tap from she regular kids and she grandkids. It's tap all over the place. Nadia asks Wolverine how much she have. I don't think Wolverine have any,
Ella says, can you tell me the side effects of vaccines you took when you were young? In biblical days, we used to live over 100. I don't know that. I never live in biblical days. Now you can't pass 50 without health problems. Well, that is partly because of your diet too.
Yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah. Correct is right.
And
Correct.
your
Hey, Ulrich!
lifestyle, yeah.
Ulrich, boy, welcome, boy. Ulrich, welcome. Welcome, Ulrich. All your senator, Ulrich. Ulrich, welcome. Welcome, Ulrich. Nice to have you, Ulrich. Hey, you know, Ulrich saying hello. Is Johnson & Johnson good?
Yeah,
Well,
I took the Johnson & Johnson, and the only side effect I had was I felt a wee bit sleepy. I had a spiked temperature as though I just like heat all around my body, and that was it. For 2 days, and I kept a cool rag on my head, and I was okay after 2 days or so. That was
Different
it.
people have different side
Different
effects.
reaction.
Yeah, side
I
effects.
took the Johnson & Johnson because I don't like needles. This 2-shot thing, I don't like needles. I don't even like to see the needle. I don't like sewing needle. I don't even like the word needle. So this 1 shot was good for I. So I didn't have any adverse reaction. I've had adverse reactions from other injections I've had. Like I recently had my second shingle shot, and that was worse. And my whole arm was hurting me. I was feeling out of it. I had elevated temperature. I was feeling lethargic. That was worse than the 1-shot Johnson & Johnson. So so yeah.
So Diana, I took Moderna, right? And really the only, let me bring Gary back in. The only side effects that I have had, Gary back in. The only side effects that I've had, right? I'll be honest with you. I had a 5-second headache, right? And the only other thing that I had was the left arm where I took the shot. There was a little pain in there, and that was about it. And other than that, there wasn't anything else. But anyway, Wolverine also said Wolverine have 2 kids, 14 and 9. So Wolverine have 2 kids now. Thank you very much, Wolverine. And now Lana says, why wait to help only when it's election? That is what it is. We have to stop them from doing that. Right? We allow them to do that. We allow them.
How?
Huh?
How are you going to stop them?
Well, listen. When they come with it, take it and vote otherwise.
Okay.
When they come with it, take it. Right? Because you know they're coming to fool you. It doesn't matter which party, you know they're coming to fool you.
I've seen that happen time and again in Trinidad.
That's what they're doing. They're coming to fool you.
But people are not as dumb as we think or they think. They take it and do what they have to do.
But you see, Tommy, they're not as dumb, right? But you see, when you decide that you are going to support the party and not support what's good for the country, right? When they come and they give you that, right, you're going to take it and you're going to continue to support them, right? Why it is, Tommy, you have to wait till the election coming up, right, to know that the road need to fix, to know that the drain need to fix, right? Look how long we're in a pandemic. You think it's today the people in Tobago need money? They don't need money just today, right? As a matter of fact, they needed money before more than anything else, right? So why now? Why? And people say, well, why not now? But why now?
Yeah, well, I'm saying why not now too.
That's all right.
Oh Lord.
All right, let me just read it. Mark Daniel from Tobago says, I applied for that same self-help grant more than 3 years now to no avail. I'm still waiting. And I have a video to show of a PNM person in Tobago, the kitchen leaking. They went to get grants over and over and over. They didn't get none. Zero, nada, not.
Hey, that's one they lost.
But you see, we have to stand up. Yes, CV, we have to stop seeing race, right? And all will be well for our nation. I say, Wall Street, if something was so good, you won't have to bribe people to take it.
True.
What do you mean? The vaccine?
No, she's talking about...
No, Ellis.
Oh, Ellis.
Yeah, Ellis said Wall Street, if something was so good, you won't have to bribe people to take it. We're talking about the vaccine. Chris Watson says, people, we have been locked down for over a year and didn't help. So what's the real problem? Right? Or cheesesteak takes no farm too. Lana said, anybody see him good? He missing a copy. He missing a couple months now. Now you're wrong. Rose says 100% ungratefulness from these banks. Ulrich says, Miss Diana, you are so right. Nadia and Wolverine have a little thing going back and forth there, buddy. Nadia says, Wolverine, my big daughter took the same for 2 jobs. Yeah, if the daughter might slap you too, Wolverine. The daughter okay, the actor. Wolverine and some Caris, Nadia and I know each other a couple years now. So take it. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, people are telling me, boy. Let me bring she in. All right, let me bring she. Mark, thank you. Yes. I thought we just do it in the village, you know. Mark, tell me backstage.
Mark, keep your feet to the fire.
Yeah.
Listen, somebody told me they saw the story about the Guyana men on TV today. Men who were stranded in Guyana. What about them? Mark had asked about them earlier. What about them? Did they return yet?
So this is what happened, right? One of the guys returned yesterday. The other guy is gonna go back. He's going back tomorrow because he had to take a PCR test and that'll be 72 hours, before he could go back. He's gonna return tomorrow, and then the other guy is gonna be flying out soon. And we have a guy who is the owner of the boat. I've been talking with him, and we're gonna bring him on the program as well. He's in Canada though, and he has a story to tell as well. So we're gonna bring him on the program in order for him to tell his story.
Yeah, I spoke to him, and he provided me numbers for the people who's supposed to be paying the people their salary.
Right.
So we're gonna follow up with them and make sure they get their salary because they should be compensated for their labor. Yep. Otherwise, the storm is gonna start kicking up.
Yeah. So Ulrich says the only way taking that vaccine is if it's getting rid of COVID full stop. well, Alice, I mean Ulrich, that vaccine not getting rid of COVID-19, and the vaccine is not to prevent you from getting COVID-19. That's my belief.
Well, ultimately that's what it should do, but it's still in the trial stage.
I think the vaccine is for you to fight if you get COVID-19
and not die.
Right, that is it.
So Ellis want to ask me a favor. What's your favor, Ellis?
So yeah, he also said, yes, Wall Street, if this vac was so good, why bribe? Do you guys believe the government care and love us? They don't. Well, that's 2 different things, Alex. It's 2 different things, right? You have a personal decision to make, right? Unless the government make it mandatory. I don't agree with that. I don't agree the government should make it mandatory for people to have mandatory vaccine. If you don't take it, you can't go to work and all kind of things like that. I don't agree with that. I don't agree. I think it's basically a choice. If you want to take it, you take it. If you don't want to take it, you don't take it. It's just a choice. But if I had to give an opinion, my opinion is that I will tell people, take it. That's my opinion. You know? I don't know. You want a favor from me, Diana?
I don't know what favor you want from me.
I don't know, but I don't know a favor Ellis one. Yeah. But Takesha, I hear you. I hear you, Takesha. Fully vaccinated people still dying. I hear you as well. But you see, to me, I think that's in the minority, yeah? Right? Fully vaccinated people. What percentage of fully vaccinated people you think dying? You think it's 1%? I mean, I don't have the statistics. I'd rather look it up to see. You know? Ellis says, anytime a government want to save my life, big lie. I don't think the government wants to save. I think the government is just trying to do things to could open back the economy so people could start to live. You know, I mean, I don't agree with them closing the borders and all those other things. But folks, it's about 7:59. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. It's a vibrant discussion. We're going to go for a quick station identification. We're going to come back with some of the ladies that we have tonight here in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. So let's go for a quick station identification. And we'll be right back after this message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. So we just before we bring in our guests, let's play this song here. Just before we bring in our guests. Let's go. Let's get it up. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Let's play this song. Let's play this song. That's a special dedication to the young ladies we're going to have here in the village tonight with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. So, Diana, I saw the other young lady was in the background. We just have the founder of 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏 in the background. You want to bring her in now?
Which one is in the background? 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏 and who?
The other young lady she just left
𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏?
the background. Yeah, she was in there too. She left.
No, she's supposed to come on first. 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏's supposed to come on first. 𝗹𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏's just hanging out there.
Yeah, you gotta send her a message because
let me go. Let me go on.
She was there.
Let me go get her. I'll come back in there.
Okay, all right, cool. Let's add this here. Okay. All right, let me go quickly back to the chat. Okay. Okay. Rose says, I will stop saying anything good or bad about both the PNM and the UNC because the PNM could be better for the people and the UNC not come up with nothing to bail us out. Right? Lana says, Ansem, what medication you think they're giving home quarantine COVID-19 patients? You know, Lana, I really don't know, to be honest with you. CV says the vaccine isn't good. PNM don't share so recklessly. Okay. Alice says, yes, Diana, when you have some time, please listen to Michael Jackson. They don't really care about us. That's the favor. Oh, you know she listened to that, Alice? Rajvi says, Rose, you have to read the checklist. UNC doing plenty. Vonnie Roberts says, Ansem, it would be nice to see that if our radio station can be more balanced rather than be only one party rather than race. Well, I mean, that's why we're trying to be different, man. We are actually trying to be different. And we have people here from different parties. And, I tell you guys what I have to tell you guys. And if something I support, I tell you. And if not, let's we have dimensional darky in the background. Let's see if we could bring in Diana. Let me bring back Diana.
Okay.
Diana, you're back in. She's back in.
Yeah. She'll be ready. She'll be ready in about 10 minutes. So
10 minutes.
Baka can wait because I agreed for Baka to come in later. They usually stay in the background and listen. That's what they do. So
dimensional darkies in the background. Let me bring
in.
They
can. No. They can wait. Dorsha has to come in because then she has to go somewhere. So
okay.
Yeah,
so
right.
She's gonna come.
Yeah, she's coming. She's just putting some finishing touches to herself.
Yeah.
Baka will wait. They're just hanging out there listening. They don't.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Rose says, yes, Giolana, we are nobody's puppet. I stopped waiting on them to do. I am operating my 2 empty hands unto God alone. Yeah, buddy. But Daniel said that song just lifted my spirits. Alice said a few days ago at Obama's party celebration, we say that social distancing and mask isn't for them. They see us as peasants. Okay.
When Donna Cox called them greedy, and that they greedy. I mean, how that's kind of like Marie Antoinette telling them let them eat cake. You know what I mean? Now, you could say that people greedy in this time of need. Come on.
So Corinne says, Ellis Laborde, I like that song. I also watched a new, what does YT mean? YT vid. What does that mean? The remote. Look what Corinne's right there. You might be able to, I'm not. You see what she right? Ellis Laborde said, Who Baker? All right. I don't know that one either.
Yeah, you got to get hip with these millennials,
Yeah, boy. No joke, I'd have been my daughter for she to translate some of them things to me, yes?
Let Tommy what I mean. Tommy, you got children.
Hey, Chris, translate that for us now. Unless Gary, All right, Choice Smith said, Anselm, how the vagrants in getting COVID and they're not following any protocols?
Oh, Lord. I always
Forest
wonder
Park vaccine, boy. Forest Park vaccine. That beat back everything. You think this joke?
Yeah. Rajvi say, I see Obama winding down in that party.
Fernandez had the best vaccine in Trinidad.
Yeah, Curry says, Troy Smith, some people social distancing from their yards, yes. Chris, I need to get up to date with these sayings,
Where is that?
Chris Watson says, citizens at the end of the day, if we also outside in an uncontrolled environment, the politicians control their space. With that in mind, I want to play something for you. I'm going to play something. And I saw these things sitting here. Let me play this, Let me play this. Do I still have it here, boy? I think I still have it here, because I saved it. I saved certain things in here. Here we go. Here it is right
There are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
Hear that?
Every day.
I was just saving that in the background there. You know what I mean? And we see that happening over and over and over and over.
In Trinidad, that's what they want. And I hear the COP says that in order to have any sort of march or protest, you have to go through him?
Well, 5 people or less. It's a maximum of 5 people can march.
What do you mean a maximum of 5 people?
Yeah, what he said, 5 people. 5 people. You can't do what they're doing in Grenada and St. Vincent, something like that. You're mad.
What madness he talking about?
COVID laws. COVID laws.
Law. That's the law.
These things are law in Trinidad, you know. It's no.
Yeah.
Trinidad is slowly becoming a police state.
It has been. It has been. You mean it's slowly becoming a dictatorship?
A dictatorship, yeah. Slowly.
Been a police state.
Yeah, and people are.
Diana, are we waiting for your person stuff?
Yeah, she's 8:15. 8:15.
Right. Okay. So here is this other one, right? Here's this other one.
You know, people don't even realize how easily we come into agreement with things. For instance, so many people out here calling themselves the GOAT. GOAT. Where did that come from? Where did that manifest from? Because believe me when I tell you this, everything manifests from somewhere, and it's either for good or bad. Now the question is, what is GOAT for? Let's go into scripture. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. There's clearly division there, and the goats, my friends, are going left. Now let's see what that is. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. Guys, GOAT ain't a good thing, but I'm just saying, do you see how easily people come into agreement with things? The enemy knows exactly how to manipulate us into come into agreement. Listen to me. The spiritual realm is different than this realm. You can come into agreement with evil and have spirits on you just by the words you say. Your tongue is powerful, and it's a pen that signs contracts with the enemy. Now, as usual, I'm gonna take things a little bit further just to show y'all how manipulative and satanic this world is, and just to show y'all how the enemy is really up in this world, manipulating everybody. You got everybody out here talking about they the GOAT, and I always show y'all how things tie back. Now, where else can we find a GOAT? Oh, I know. On the satanic symbol. Here's their GOAT, guys. Here's their GOAT. Right in the open, with little children next to it. The Baphomet, blatantly telling you they prey on children. They have eyes but can't see, the Lord says. They have ears but can't hear, the Lord said. My people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge, the Lord says. People are so far in the dark tunnel, so deep in that they can't see a way out. But the Lord is sending his children to shed light. The Lord is sending his children to be trumpets, and we're gonna let it all out. As long as the breath of the Almighty is in my body, we're gonna let it all out. And guys, the greatest of all time was never a goat. He was a lamb.
You know?
Last night I listened to Dr. David Muhammad, right?
Yeah.
And he was talking about the 666 and its presence, you know, and how the society is being steered, you know, into this realm of, which I noticed too, but he really brought it home for me. And he said, you see them Visa card, you know, you see how everything that they're forcing you to do everything online, right? And he took the word visa. You see, VI is Roman numeral for 6. S is the ancient Mesopotamian or whatever for the word 6 for 6, and for Greek for 6, and A is the ancient Mesopotamian for 6, 666. And they're forcing us to use Visa for everything, right? And I was like, wow, ain't that the truth? And then he says something about I'll go pull up the broadcast and look at it again. And he said something about the Pope's hat has these words written across it, across it. And if you break it down, it means 666. I was like, Lord, Father, help us. Help us, boy. It's so frightening.
It's unbelievable sometimes. So Rajvi says, a wise man says government is the greatest Ponzi scheme ever. Right? Who was that wise man, Rajvi? Ellis says, yes, Diana, we like it so. Sparrow say, yeah, we like it so, we free. Our top cup, Ellis said, our top cup is a politician. And Ellis says, Diana, thanks. Ulrich says, Miss Diana, we're already there. Lana says, Ansem, I was wondering who will get back his contract because August, if 𝗂𝗶𝘀𝗃 will get back his contract because August nearly over. I think that's a done deal, yes, if you ask me. Erica, welcome.
A little birdie says, and what's your friend's name? Rona Barrett hinted on her show that during her allegedly, let me use the word allegedly, during his questioning of his what you call that? What you call the way this hook up the thing on him? Lie detector, polygraph. Yeah, he was uncomfortable with some questions, and he pulled it off and walked out.
Right.
Yeah. Sources have indicated that absolutely.
Oh, he pulled it off. He wasn't happy with some of the questions, and he pulled it off and walked out.
I wonder who was asking the questions.
Oh.
I wonder if my partner was asking the questions.
Oh, you mean the sort fella?
No.
The sort fella was asking him some goat questions.
You
think the Minister of National Security was able to ask any questions?
Diana, I think Ellis on a roll tonight. I think Ellis, you take the vaccine yet? Alex says, that's why I don't agree. No, you eat. All right. So you answered my question. Ellis says, that's why I don't agree with the VAC. I think very independent, and I always tell my brother, Wall Street and Sister Diana, I love them. Once we love, they don't want that. All right, Ellis.
That's right.
That's right, man. We So Alexander, Lana say, so God gave his only son to save us. So why didn't he sacrifice the devil instead? Okay. Can we say internet is giving problems? And she also said God doesn't really speak through people. True, True, Chris Watson says, if you want to corrupt any situation, put politicians and religion in it. Oh boy. Look, Ulrich says, and you know what, sad? They put him back as commissioner. Of course he's going back as commissioner. I mean, come on, man. It's a done deal, man. Cancer Christmas, that's a done deal.
So who are you gonna put? Who are you gonna put?
Rajvi says 666. Some of the market makers in the stock market trade as futures with that quality of contracts. Raj, we ought to actually talk about stocks one time here. We ought to seriously, we ought to talk about investing in the stock market. And the only thing I just come here and talk, I have not talked about my 23 years experience working at the New York Stock Exchange.
But wait now. Somebody said that you used to run the mail. You was a mail runner.
No, I used to work in the basement. Skippy.
All right.
I used to work in the sub basement in the exchange. They say Wall Street is a basement dweller. I used to laugh at them fellas, but they used to come up with some good ones. They say Wall Street, he working on the Wall Street. He's a basement dweller. So Raj, what we want to do is we're going to dedicate 1 or 2 programs here to cryptocurrency, Tommy.
Right.
We're going to get your person in here, Tommy. And we're going to dedicate part of that to actually investing in the stock market. Because it really doesn't take a lot to invest in the stock market. And I believe...
Not anymore.
Yeah, all of us should open an account, whether it's with Robinhood or let me don't get them no problem. All of us should open an investment account. And if you can buy one share at a time. It starts with one share at a time. One simple share. And you can start that step easily. It's not like long time ago you had to pay commissions, right?
Absolutely.
To buy stocks. There's no commission these days.
It's easy peasy.
It's easy peasy, easy. And that is the type of thing we also want to bring here in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We don't just come here. We have time we talk, we back and all and thing, eh? But we also, once when you leave the village, you get some brain food. And that's
Is
very
the person
important.
back there yet, Angela?
Let me see.
Dosha.
No,
John.
we have dimensional darky.
All right, let me come out and find out. Let me come out and find out what's going on.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, and some of the youngsters are really doing it with this new dimension and with cryptocurrency. And even and you can buy other stocks easier than you used to have to go through a broker long ago and so on and so forth. Everything's online. Everything's right there online now.
Good. Let me say to Rose. Rose says I'm out. I'm going next door. My neighbor died. Good night, everyone. Love you all. Until Rose, send condolences to your neighbors too as well. And tell them we here at WZYE 95.9 FM.
Yes, indeed.
To the family.
Yes, condolences and good night, Rose.
Right. Nadia says I don't think they will open school. You know, with this Delta variant, you never know. You know.
But based on that study that I was listening to today, there can be variant after variant coming, because as the population gets inoculated with the trial vaccine, they say leaky vaccine syndrome is going to take root, which gets a lot of non-vaccinated persons infected. Number one, and number two, it morphs and creates the variant, because it's not perfected yet.
Yeah, I mean, Tommy, I really stopped listening to all the things going back and forth. You know what I mean? I just think I have to do whatever is best for me and my family, and I can't listen to all the rhetoric going back and forth, because if you listen to all that, man, you be inundated, man. You be like, I mean, your mind be full, man, with all kind of stuff. So I just put all that aside and do what I got to do for me and my family. Curry says, if you want to corrupt, put politics, race, and religion. Look, Ellis again. Ellis, you're on a roll tonight, boy. I ain't going to lie to you. Ellis says, what Ellis says here? Let me see. Ellis, that was a good comment. The comments and I'm going so fast, boy. Okay, yes. Ellis says this. I always give love and positive energy because it's important to keep my vibration high. Stay away from mainstream media because it's brainwashing, fear, and grief lower your immunity. Ellis boy, take a bow. Ellis, let me get you a round of applause for that one. Let me get you a round of applause. Take this, Ellis. Hold on. Let me put this on. Hold on. I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to put this on, Ellis. Ellis, take that. I hope you hear that. That is a round of applause. I got to put a round of applause in the system and start giving people a round of applause. No, we don't want that. All right, we do a quick station identification. Everybody saying, Rose, be safe. And I saw another comment. Yeah, Curry says, most people in this world forgot about spirituality, and they lose their way. Raj V says, I hear them, man. Vex now because it have mandatory vaccine and have to pay for tests 3 times a week if they don't take the vaccine. Yeah, they're going to make it difficult for you. Cheese Stick says, Carice, because they realize it can't help again, look what took place in India when they throw away all the statues. Ulrich says, I'm very interested in investing in the stock market. Can't wait for that program. And I'm telling you guys, this is very important. And these are the type of things I wanted to do at the Laventille to Wall Street Empowerment Center on Duncan Street in Port of Spain, right? I wanted to teach the community, right, how to invest in the stock market and start with one share. You could put aside money to start with one share. If a stock is $10 and the exchange rate is $6.80, right, you could get $68 and start with one share. And if that stock gives dividends, you never know. Dividends that you receive might be able to buy you a second share, right? And so on and so on and so on, right? But these are the type of things that we need, in the country where you could be sleeping and you could be making money. I mean, just this week there, I bought a cannabis stock, right? I bought it at 12 cents, right? And next day it was already at 20 cents. Right?
Anselm, we got somebody new, 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝘆.
𝗬𝗲𝗍𝘆? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let's say good night. Let's say good night to 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝘆.
Right, thank you very much.
And welcome.
Right. Chris Watson says, Trinidad have a lot of brilliant minds, doctors and lawyers. They should be doing press conferences for the population. That is true. They should actually be doing that. Right?
You know, Anselm, but as you spoke about the cannabis stock, it really surprised me that all the brilliant minds that Trinidad has, none of them were able to see that the cannabis business was going to be booming as it is right now.
Well, Tommy, you got to understand in Trinidad, right? The society is that the people who are at the top want that for themselves. They don't want to share that with anybody else.
Well, they're going to keep. Well, we'll see what happens. If the people,
okay, Anselm, do you see? Go ahead, Tommy. You see Miss 𝗲𝗍𝗃 back there yet?
No, all we see is
She said 8:25.
The other person left, and only the young. Miss Dimensional Darky is still there, and the person from Bata is still there too.
Okay, she said 8:25. So give her 8:30 if not, you know.
Okay, all right.
She said 8:25.
Yeah, Lana says, Mr. Lofter, you're correct. Who they say variants after variants will appear. So, guys, say hello to 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝘆.
Yes.
𝗬𝗲𝗍𝘆, where are you joining us from? Where are you joining us from, 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝘆? Can you put guys? Can you say hello to 𝗬𝗲 and Loyalty? I think Loyalty was here before, man. Yeah, Loyalty was here before.
Yes.
Yeah, say hello to 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝘆, folks. 𝗬𝗲𝗍𝘆. Say welcome. I think Ms. 𝗲𝗍𝗃 is now joining us. So let's bring her in.
Okay, good. Right on.
Let's bring her in. Okay, here she is.
Hi.
Hold 1 minute. Hello, Ms. 𝗲𝗍𝗃. Welcome to In the Village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. So we have with us the DAG Triplets is DAG. D, of course, is Diana. Diana is known as the Storm. The A is myself, Anselm. You know, they call me Flash or Wall Street. The G is Gary. Gary is called the Phantom. And we have a fourth person is Tommy. Tommy is considered to be the outside child. And the ladies in the chat call him the love child. So we have introduced you to people here in the village with the DAG Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. And we welcome you to In the Village. So Diana, you can I'll let Diana start with the superlatives since, you know. Go ahead,
yeah,
Diana.
we had a song lined up for her, but she came in a little late. So, but Ms. 𝗲𝗍𝗃, first, let me apologize for bringing you in a little earlier. We had other guests that canceled on us, but you know, you took the invitation earlier, and lovely. You got yourself prettied up in time for us, right? From time to time, we like to highlight the positive youth that are doing well in the society, and your story was sent to me, and I wanted to highlight your story here on our show. So, Ms. 𝗲𝗍𝗃, introduce yourself to people in the village. Who is Ms. 𝗲𝗍𝗃?
Hello everyone, I am 𝗲𝗍𝗃 Charles, also known as the Resilient Warrior. I am passionate about educational development, mental health in education, skills development in education. I enjoy youth work. I enjoy working in my organization with students. My organization name is Survival Scholars. Besides that, I enjoy and love hiking, and my favorite color is yellow. And yeah.
Okay.
So
go ahead,
Ms. 𝗲𝗍𝗃, I noticed that you have a lot of trophies behind your head.
Yes.
What are those for?
So those were for like my accomplishments along my journey, in terms of school, in terms of teachers just recognizing my resilience, and yeah.
And where exactly are you joining us from?
I am from 𝗲𝗂𝘀𝘀𝗃𝗃.
𝗲𝗂𝘀𝗃𝗃. Okay, wonderful. Okay, that's Penelope
All
Becker's
right.
constituency. Wonderful, 𝗲𝗂𝘀𝘃. You know, so just tell us a little bit about your journey to where you currently are. Tell us what was your journey? What was your journey like? You know, what's some of the obstacles that you put in your path that you had to overcome to get to where you are today?
Well, from a little baby, I grew up with my dad alone. We actually were living in Grenada. I'm actually born in Grenada, and we moved from Grenada into Trinidad when I was very young, so 2-3 years old. And my dad, he had several businesses, and I had to help him with his businesses. First, when we moved to Trinidad, we were living in 𝗲𝗂𝘀𝗃𝗃. Then we went to 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗃. We moved a bit, and then we like settled in 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗃. So I lived there from all my primary school days and preschool. And from Form 1, we moved to San Juan, where the rent was much more expensive, and you know, things got tough in terms of the cash flow that we had. And so, you know, we had to like what you call band our belly in terms of, I wasn't able to enjoy the amount of luxuries I enjoyed when we were living in 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗃 area. We did experience a lot of challenges there. You know, we had experiences of break-ins and stuff because persons thought we were making a lot of money for some reason, because we supplied groceries and whatnot. And yeah, I had some challenges with our neighbors as well in terms of they always picking on me for some reason. And even when I went into secondary school, I also faced that challenge of bullying. So in school and actually also cyberbullying. And it was difficult, I must say. But, you know, every negative situation always has a silver lining in it. And that was to help me to, you know, empower myself and to learn more about myself, to love myself more. And so I believe that self-awareness and self-love, it's like a growing journey. And so, you know, when I encountered those bullies and stuff, I had to like find myself. I had to like use positive affirmations. At that point in time, I didn't know that was positive affirmations, but I had to do something to you know, help myself because it was so challenging. You know, I was wondering, hey, is it even worth it going through all of these challenges? Because I had to help my dad with his pineapple business. We sold in San Juan, and also we sold pudding. And you know, students would pass by and be like, "Oh, pudding girl," and I had a chip tooth, and so like, "Oh, look, her teeth is chipped," and I was going through puberty, and I had a lot of buttons on my face, and so yeah, those were the causes for the bullying. Um, and you know, I always pondered, you know, why me at this age have to be doing all of this? You know, everybody else, them could go out on the Friday, they can go and watch movies and so forth, but I have to be here with my father watching persons going by when they're going to the parties and stuff. I had to be helping my dad with his food business. I had to cash, and even when I had exams and so forth, I still had to help my dad. There was no exceptions at all. Even if I had an exam the day after, I still had to help my dad. So I had to learn to like multitask and figure things out, you know. At one point in time, I was, of course, using my circumstances as an excuse. So I was like, you know what, my life done hard already. I don't really need to be doing no set of work, you know, because I have an excuse, right? And then, you know, I realized that no way, like I realized that I needed something to help us to get out of that struggle, living from hand to mouth, you know, being scared when, you know, it's early in the month and we ain't pay rent yet. And yeah, we also moved out a lot because of that, and also because of landlords thinking we have a lot of money, they would raise the rent on us. They would sometimes cut water or like minimize the water, like have control over the water and all these different things we experienced. And so, like in 3 years, we moved out like 11 times, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're moving so much. Like I thought that it didn't really make sense to be unpacking, unpacking, unpacking. So I just used to use the things that I had to use often, and then everything else would just stay until we actually felt like we found a place. And interestingly enough, one of the places that we lived for a long while, when we moved about, we end up back into that same place because that was the place that we felt most comfortable. And I also prayed that we got back that place, right? And we did, so I was really thankful about that. And so from getting all red circles in my report book, I said, you know what, I need to buckle down, and education is the only thing that could help. Well, that's what I believed. Like, I didn't know anything else, right? And so and my dad also really advocated for me to be in my books and study. He's very strict with that. He always encouraged me to study and to do my best. And he helped me in terms of like telling me what I can do to help in terms of managing my time and my school. And so what I did was take my books and carried it with us while we were selling. And so just like this light is shining bright here, we would be in San Juan, we would have our bright light with our trawler, and I'd be in the light studying with my book, even though I was the cashier as well. I'd be studying, trying to multitask, using the cue cards and stuff to, memorize and help me. And so from the red circles, I improved gradually, and then I was hitting my 90s and 80s, and I was like, so thankful. But all of this, I must say, it was only because of God, because He helped me in terms of like figuring out what to do, figuring out in terms of using the positive affirmations and stuff, helping me to multitask and manage everything so well. Honestly, yes. So, and then, well, after that, my dad actually passed away when I was in Form 6. That was exactly when I was 18 years old. So the person I was living with alone, who I only knew and grew up with alone, passed away when I was in my second year Form 6, and that was really challenging. And it was like one term left for me to do my exams. And so, I had that quandary of whether I should do my exams or not, but I knew that my dad would have wanted me to do my exams. So, I put my head down and study to pass my exams and do my best. So from Form 5, when I placed 6 in the Caribbean for economics, Form 6, I placed 2nd in the Caribbean for management of business. And well, of course, I got all my subjects and so forth. And then I moved on into university. Remember, I said we are not citizens. I'm not a citizen still, and so I couldn't get access to GATE. So me wondering now, how am I going to do my degree or get my tertiary education? Thankfully, my uncle, he was actually the campus registrar of the University of the West Indies at that time, and he helped me through. But then in the last year of my university, the last term, before my last term started, my uncle actually ended up passing away. And so,
oh no.
Yeah, and so like I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? But thankfully my mom came through. My mom helped me to pay my tuition. So I was really, really, really extremely grateful for that. I didn't miss no time and so forth. And I was able to graduate 2019 with my degree in economics with my finance and management. Yes, and then afterward, well, during university, I experienced many challenges as well, again, in terms of, depression and so forth. And that was actually the first time I went to therapy, like actual therapy, to help me in terms of like, managing or finding out why I was feeling that way. And it really, really helped me. And so in between there is when I actually started Survival Scholars, which was in 2017. And it was really, really helpful. And I wanted to create something to help students that go through or experience things that I would have gone through. Like, many students struggle. Many students have so many different things that they face, identity crisis, bullying, all these different things they face in school and outside of school. And so no one really knows this, or no one really consider it, because they think, you're young, you don't have to pay no bills, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. But, we have our own challenges that may not seem so big for adults, but it is big for us. And so that's where the name survival scholars came in. Even though you're surviving through the most, those challenges, those storms, obstacles, you can still graduate as a scholar. You can still graduate in excellence. You can still achieve the goal of finishing your education as opposed to dropping out, because actually I wanted to drop out that time when I was still in the Preston University. I really wanted to drop out, and I had to think about my dad and what he would think about me dropping out, and I had to think about you start something, you should finish, and so I know that I had to push through. And I know many students face this too. They feel like dropping out of school, even in secondary school. I could have probably dropped out of secondary school, honestly, but only by the grace of God, I pushed through. And so that's how Survivor Scholars came up, and it's growing. And so we have Survivor Scholars and Survivor Scholars Society, and I'm grateful for the impact that we're making. Yeah.
Wow, I have to tell you, that's a fantabulous, splendiferous story. And when you tell your story, I grew up in Laventille as well. And as a young boy in Laventille, I used to have a lot of positive affirmations too. I didn't know it was positive affirmation until I read the book, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. And I was like, wow, all these time I'm growing up in Laventille and I have all these positive affirmation. I used to tell myself, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. And I would tell myself all that all the time. And I said to myself, I just want to get an opportunity. If I could just get an opportunity to go to the United States of America, I'm going to make something of my life. If I get an opportunity to go to America. And I was saying that like when I was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, growing up in Chumaca, Laventille, and that opportunity came on July 4th, 1977. And just as you said, your story, right? My story was very, very, very similar. I mean, my mother is still alive and my father is still alive. And when I came to this country, I have to do things on my own to figure out how I was going to go to college. On my own as an 18-year-old. I mean, yeah, but my mother didn't know anything about high school or college or like that. I had to figure out on my own how I was going to get to college. And, it all worked out. So your story is really, 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 really splendiferous, I must say, and you are here today, you have started your organization. So just tell us a little bit more about your organization. Tell us a little bit more. Is it outside of the school? Is it something that you do on a regular basis? Tell us a little bit more about it.
Yes, so I actually do it every day of my life now. I'm so grateful, and I feel that joy and that fulfillment from working in Survival Scholars. I help students, I coach students, I have various like programs and workshops for students to help them through their journey. So in the Survival Scholars, there is working with students from ages 8 to 17, 18, and we work with parents as well. And so what I do is help them in terms of having the stressors. So like for SCA, a lot of is faced for SCA, and we have de-stressor programs that help SCA students to cope and to manage how they feel around the exam period of SCA. We have like motivation and preparation sessions for CXC and CAPE students to help them to manage and to feel that, drive to push through for the entire exam period, because I know how it feels, having all those exams sometimes back to back. You need that motivation, you need that inspiration. And many students may not know where to get that inspiration or motivation from. And even if they do, sometimes it may be short-lived. And so I try to not only motivate them, but inspire them, showing them if I can do it, you can do it too. And show them the tools and what I use and what I did to do it. And if I had so many challenges that I had to face during that time, right, and they too have their own experience, their challenges and experiences, they definitely they can put in the tools and techniques to use to help them to manage and maneuver, to do well or to accomplish whatever goals they have for themselves. Um, and we also have the Survival Scholar Society. We have a UE branch, well, a UE like club, and it's going to spread all over Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean in terms of being a support system for students, helping them to have that balance between their mental health and well-being with their academic performance. And when I say balance, I mean like each student will know what their unique balance looks like, right? And it will depend on their capacity. And something I always like to say is, students need to learn about themselves as they go through school. It has so many skills that I wish for students to learn as they go through school, because I wish that I could have learned it, but I had to learn it through just, observing and looking at my habits and my traits along my journey. And yeah, so I help students to have that self-awareness, show them how they can be more self-aware along their educational journey, looking at their own study habits, looking at how they function best, if they function best in the day, the night, each student will know about themselves and how they can function best. And so it's like me like guiding them or coaching them to figure out themselves and figure out what strategy best suits them, because yes, they are the main basis for strategies, but each student is different. They now would have to input their own preferences, their own needs and wants and circumstances into the strategy to help them to now grow and be their best along their educational journey. So yeah, that is some of the things that I do. I consult with teachers and parents as well. And when I say consult with parents and teachers, I mean like I would work with parents who would tell me, their child's grades are fluctuating. What could be the cause of that? That could be, stress, anxiety, changes in the circumstance that the child is facing. There are many things that can be affecting a child, and so there are things that show up. So, in the report book, they would get okay, this child is very diligent, but they are very careless. What could be causing that? And so I work with parents to help them and their child discover what could be the shortcomings that could be possibly causing that. Because I too had that in my report book. Dosha is very intelligent, but she's careless. And so it comes from my experiences when I was going to school, what I observed about myself, because remember I had to like maneuver and have like different routines in terms of like helping my dad with his business, helping myself in my schoolwork. I had to do a lot of self-directed learning because actually I did 2 additional subjects for my CXC exams, right? Like, who does that? A child who is working with her dad, 3 businesses, and then going and do more subjects in addition to what she already has to do in school. So yeah, I learned a lot from that experience, and so I just want to help other students, parents to maneuver through that. And in terms of teachers, how I help teachers, I actually studied to become a trauma and crisis management specialist. And so what I do is help teachers to look at school or education from a trauma informed approach. And what do I mean by that? Sometimes students are labeled as the troubled child in school, probably because they don't behave in accordance to what a teacher think is normal behavior. And I too got labeled that as well. And so I know how that alienation or alienated title feels, right? Because I would talk. The teacher would move me about in class. And yeah, I help teachers to look at school from a trauma informed approach, because a lot of students are facing a lot of trauma like at home, and teachers may not know, and so they feel like the children behaving and stuff like that, misbehaving. They feel like the child don't like them, but it has nothing to do with them, honestly. And so yeah, that's more or less of what I do.
Angela, I feel like she's talking about me, the misbehaving, trauma. Miss Dorsha, you're talking about me. I see it. I'm gonna repeat some of the things in the chat. They see the passion for education in your face light up when you talk about it. One person says you should be the minister of education. I concur. Because hey, Ansel, we concur, right? She should be the minister of education, eh?
You know that don't involve politics. You know, you gotta get involved in politics to become the minister of education. you know that is good.
But Dosha, I come when I hear you talk about the bullying. Well, they bully me one time, and I don't want to tell you why I do, but the bullying stopped.
Yeah.
And I too had a lot of backbreaking chores, and I had to find time management to do my work. I was the eldest, so all the work fell on me. Housework, minding the little brats, taking care of the cows. I was teased mercilessly about a tooth I had also. I was teased mercilessly. Well, not teased, bullied about my Bajan accent. I was bullied about my secondhand uniform. I was bullied because my hair was never pressed. It was always in its natural state when I had plenty hair. And, but I used to fight.
Yeah.
They learn early o'clock. Don't mess with Diana. They bully me one time and bullying stop. So I know the journey. Your journey is similar to mine, right? So I'm hearing you now how you triumph and you got through that and you didn't go down the wrong path and now you're a beacon for many. And I have used my life also to be a beacon for many. And I wrote a book which is labeled after my alma mater, St. Augustine Girls High School, 𝗪 ad astra, through difficulty to success, the life story of one West Indian girl. So I'm trying to get it into a movie or a play, to show people you don't have to go the wrong way in life. So I connect with you, your trials and your tribulations. I like to see when my sisters, any child, that had difficult life and take that when you're dealt a hand of lemons and you take that lemon and you put sugar with it and you make the best tasting lemonade and you drink it in life. And you might add some champagne with it too and make a shandy. And that's what you did. And I'm so proud of you. And you're helping others. I am so proud of you, Miss Dorsha. That is why I wanted to bring you on the program. Right? And to those people who bullied you, look at you now. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Ansel.
Someone says, cheers to you, my dear. Heartfelt congratulations and blessings to you for a brighter future. Keep it up. That was Erica John. So I mean, someone else says, when she says that, I feel sorry.
Yes, indeed. I'm so impressed.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Yes, I was saying that I'm impressed with her, and she's beautiful too. Also, the mentoring is a great thing. Mentoring is a wonderful thing. That is worth so very much. It is the most important gift we can give back to society. Mentoring those who are coming up behind us. By the way, how large is your organization? And do you use some of the alumni and past students to help you push your program forward?
Yes, so actually we have, so for the survivor scholars aspect, we have within 5 team members. For the Survivor Scholars Society, there's 80 plus students in the society, students from all over. UWI mostly, but we have students from SBCS and so forth, and that's how we want to get into more schools to get more students involved. For the Survivor Scholars, we have team members who help us with. So we use the arts and we use storytelling actually to help students. So we do puppetry, we do poetry, we use music, everything, you name it, in terms
impressed.
of art and fun to help students to learn and feel empowered, because our goal too is to make learning fun and enjoyable for students.
So another person says, when she says dad, I feel sorry for her, but I know she is successful and will continue to be. That's 𝗲𝗄𝗃 said that.
That's right. Miss 𝗃𝗃𝗃, do you have your passport?
With me now? No.
No. I mean, if it's valid. It's valid?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. Sue Oliver says, I wish we had someone like you in my school. I was so misunderstood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you.
What's keeping you from getting Trinidad documentation at this time?
That is a great question. So I actually applied for documentation and so forth since like 2016. So I'm waiting on the response from my interview from the Ministry of National Security. It is taking quite a while, but thankfully I got my CSME when I graduated and got my certificate from UWI. I was able to get my CSME so that I could still work here and yeah.
We go fix that. Gary go fix that. Gary.
I just heard something about national security that caught my attention.
Yeah. Gary, you gotta fix that, Gary. Yeah. National security. Don't worry. We at WZYE 95.9 FM. We just get any case for people in Trinidad.
Gary, you gotta fix her.
I want to. First of all, I want to say I used to eat pudding. You said your dad used to make that, right?
Yeah.
Something in fact, just the other day I was feeling like eating some of that. I grew up with my father buying that on his way home, on a Friday evening from work or something like that. It's something I enjoyed very much. Also, I would like to congratulate you on your persistence. And where are you situated in Trinidad? I didn't catch that earlier because I was losing the
𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃.
Where are you
in
𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃? In 𝗲𝗃𝗃. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And because I called Ms. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, because I called Penelope Beckles as the representative for 𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃. We have Ellis Laborde says, why you always have to put in something with the PNM?
Anyway, how was that? How was that answer? Did you succeed?
Say that again?
Did you succeed in getting in touch in reference for her? Ms. Beckles, did you succeed in getting in touch with her?
No. We were just saying that she's from 𝗲𝗃𝗃𝗃. And Ms. Beckles is there wasn't anything that was needed. The only thing that was needed is with regards to the Minister of National Security and her passport.
Gary, you got to fix this situation for her, yeah?
And we go get Gary to fix that.
You got the information, right?
Yeah. We will get the guy to fix that. So Ulrich says, most people who were being bullied most time turns out to be successful in life. And that's actually true.
Yep.
Very true.
Indeed.
Ulrich, that's the best thing Ulrich said for the last week.
And some approaching the hour.
So Ms. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, stay with us for 1 minute. We're going to go for a quick station identification and we'll be right back. Of course, it's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Let's go for a quick station identification and we'll be right back. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential.
So Ms. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, we are back with you, right? We normally ask people a question here in the village. And as a young person, right, if you had to send a message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, what would be your message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago?
So my message would be for us to work on transforming and innovating our education system so that it can appeal to the needs, the interests, the talents of students, so that it can have a trauma-informed approach so that both teachers, students, parents can benefit from students gaining that skills development that they need for not only school but life as well.
Oh, I tell you.
No, you hear intelligence there? Very well spoken.
Very well spoken. Absolutely. Very, very well spoken. Very well spoken.
Play the song for her, Anselm, on her way.
Yeah. Once she come out, we go play it. All right?
Yeah.
Because we running up on the time. All right?
Yeah, Miss Dorsha, I will keep in touch with you and we will talk. All right?
Thank you
so,
very
Ms.
much.
Dorsha, any closing words before you go?
Congratulations.
Oh, I just want to say thank you very much for having me on. Any student who is going through any challenges, I want you to know that you can achieve despite any adversity. Yeah.
I working on my master's, so if I get a block with my essay, you could help me too.
I'll try. Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay, thank you so very kindly and enjoy.
Okay, bye-bye. Take care.
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Nice having you.
Bye-bye. So there you have it, folks. You know, and that's a
Congratulations.
Play the song, play it in, bring the other, play her. You can hear me, Anselm?
Anselm went dead.
Hello?
Anselm fell off. Anselm, your mic's mute.
Yeah, every once in a while, I touch the mute button. Not like I want to go mute, you know. I just touch it, you know.
Play the song, bring in and play it for her.
Okay, hold on.
Beautiful young lady.
Is she off the show?
I'm just gonna step out and come right back. All right.
Where is that one?
No, I mean, don't you feel proud seeing and hearing her? I mean, you know that how she's well spoken, highly intelligent young lady, product of Trinidad and Tobago.
She should be ministry of everything.
I think so. Only maybe young lady want to be in politics. Isn't everybody want to be in politics, you know?
And those are the millennials that have to vote.
Yeah, politics is a dirty game, you know.
You don't really necessarily have to be in politics to do something for your country and shape shape the direction of your country. You don't have to be part of this smearing and insults kind of game.
But every aspect of life is politics. Every single aspect of life is politics.
Oh no, that's true. Absolutely, I agree with that. I don't disagree with that at all.
When I ran, my opponent congratulated me for running a clean campaign, and I shook them up pretty good with getting straight in their face with the facts. There was no bad mouthing anybody. I just called out the facts and what the issues were.
That's mature politics. They
never saw anybody like me. In fact, the blogs that they had about bad mouthing the Democratic Party shut down. They took a vacation during my run. They had nothing bad to say.
And of course, I am a conqueror. Let's bring in the next young lady here on Ladies' Night in the Village. This is Dimensional Darky, right? All right, let's bring in Dimensional Darky here. Welcome, and you know you have been waiting patiently. Dimensional Darky, welcome.
You see who she is, right?
On WZYE 95.9 FM. How are you doing this beautiful evening?
You see who she is, right?
Yeah.
The one that do all the videos, the one that want the pension, and she mother NIS that she ain't living to.
Wait now. This is the lady.
You realize she?
No, I didn't realize that she. So you're like, well, give me something before we restart. Give me something live on direct now. I'm doing something original now.
𝗪𝗀𝘆.
Listen, I didn't even know that, boy. Welcome, we just look at all the things you put out. My whole family just look at it.
Somebody making a certain noise. Some airing.
Somebody might cooking up there.
No, somebody might. Hold on.
Somebody airing, yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. No. What's you fine? Are you hearing us now?
Take your mic on mute.
Unmute your mic. No, her mic is not mute. Check your mic.
We're not hearing it. We're not hearing.
Bring my next headset to me, please.
Okay.
All right. So I'm hoping that you can hear me fine without getting feedback.
Yeah. Nice and wonderful now. Yeah, you know, man. No,
yes, and then upon the channel, it's an honor for you to have me on your show. I did not realize you all used to look at my videos.
What?
Oh, what? People, listen. We here in the United States love that kind of comedy. That is first-rate comedy. First-rate,
well,
you're real good.
Well, due to my background story is why I became the comedian. It was a way to get away from the thoughts and the background. So I started making comedy out of it. And I always leave a message in my comedy. Every time I do one of those videos, there's always a message in one of those. So for who gets it, gets it. Because people are not living long anymore. So why is pension at 65? Why we have to wait so long now?
So how did you start? How did you start that whole thing? What pushed you to start that?
Well, I always do. I'm always a funny person because of my teeth. And when I walk into a room, that's the first thing people focus of trying to tell me something nasty remarks. So my mother, my adopted mother, taught me, if you start the joke, then you leave them with no material. So I started being the joke.
Well, interesting. So how long does it take you to come up with a material in order for you to go public?
Seconds, because that is actually me. I wake up thinking if I start laughter in my house, there is nothing anybody can say to me that could down my day because I already started my day laughing. So I usually start my day with some clownness and make sure the people in my house is laughing first. So that takes seconds.
Seconds. That's interesting. That's interesting. You know, because have any other media in Trinidad called you in order for you to do an interview with them?
No. So I was honored to have the call because I always believe that I'm always misunderstood. And because of what I look like, these teeth, literally, I won't get a job. So I had to come, I wouldn't get a job. I would go for a job and I will not get the job because of my riders and so forth. There was a young lady by the name of Karen Joseph. She died a couple years ago. I used to sell her karaoke music on DVD. And she said to me one day, she said, I don't want that to know. I want you to be my DJ. And I was like, I can't DJ. She's like, I'll show you a DJ, but I don't want that. I want you to be my DJ. And she opened a door that made me open an entertainment business. So just showing up for the job that I didn't apply for.
Wow, interesting. Very interesting. So is that part of what you do right now?
So what I do right now, I do entertainment. I am a DJ karaoke host. I open shows for acts and stuff. And due to COVID is how I end up on TikTok.
Oh, interesting.
Oh. Every time I see her, 𝗪𝗀𝘆, I say, what?
So I have characters now. So I have a puppet who has her own page, 𝗂𝗃𝗃. So
Lord.
I have little acts.
So you have a puppet?
𝗂𝗃𝗃.
Yes, I'm about to introduce you to 𝗂𝗃𝗃 now.
Oh,
and all of these things is because I had a very bad life. And I found an alter ego that created dimensional that. I want you to meet. Hey,
𝗂𝗃𝗃.
𝗂𝗃𝗃.
Oh, Lord. Go ahead.
So she has her own show on TikTok. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hello, how are you? How are you doing? What's her name?
𝗂𝘶𝗲.
𝗂𝘶𝗲 is my name. How about
𝗂𝘶𝗲?
you?
I am
Yes,
doing
𝗂𝘶𝗲.
fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. What about you?
I am fine.
How old are you?
You have lollipop?
I had a lollipop.
No,
Why you
I
want
I've been a man and cough drops.
Well, I'm not talking to nobody who don't have no snacks.
I have corn curls. I have corn curls. You want corn curls? I have corn curls.
I'm talking after I get the corn curls.
Oh God! So how did you come up with this one now? How did you come up with this one?
Well, I bought 𝗂𝘶𝗲 to say the things I wanted to say on YouTube and platforms that people would not hear me for. Because when I open my mouth and I come and I say stuff, people focus on she teeth. She have bad teeth. Look at she eye. Look at this. But they don't hear what I'm saying. So I bought this puppet to do the show. However, people on TikTok think I am hilarious. And it has grown my account to 30,000 followers and counting.
Wow.
And I started, now I do a karaoke show on TikTok because I'm not able to work and I have to keep fresh because karaoke is a part of my segment of my company and DJing. So you have to keep fresh. You have to know what's going on. So I started introducing it to TikTok and people started sponsoring gifts for the show. So we have a battle that is going that gives away $40 every Friday night and so forth. And it started, and I started telling my story of my house of horrors, I call them. And it started bringing people out. So I started doing segments. Like just before I came on here, I had a show today. And the name of the show was What is Love? People are in toxic relationship thinking it's love and it's not. Being in abusive relationships, it's not. They are leaving. They are going into things thinking it's love because they don't know what love is. Nobody taught them. Nobody told them. And messing up our society. So those are the things I started using the platform from. Of course, I do the videos because people want to see 𝗂𝘶𝗲. They want to see the belly outside. They want to see all the comedic stuff.
So you talk about a house of horrors.
Yes.
What exactly are you talking about when you say a house of horrors?
I was given to a family at 3 months old, and I grew up in that house, and I was my adopted father, unofficial adoption, started interfering with me at an early age. I then started going to my biological mother, and every house that I would visit, whether it's an aunt's house or not, I would be interfered with, including my sisters. So this story is not just my story. I have 3 other sisters, and we, at a point in time, we were sold. We were sold for whatever my mother needed. And we lived like that for years until eventually I went to the streets and I slept under Pizza Boys in Arima for a year because I didn't have no house that I won't be touched. So I preferred the streets. I prefer my bed be under the courthouse there so that I'll be under lights. So I would not, nobody could approach me in that. And I slept there until I started trying to figure out what to do next. So when I say it's a house of horrors, it was a house of horrors, and it started from 5 years old. And one of our abusers was so smart, he married my mother.
So after 1 year under Pizza Hut, you say? Pizza Boys in
Arima, next to the courthouse.
Right. After 1 year of doing that, what did you do after that?
Well, I used to beg people to buy me soap and buy me food because I didn't want people to think I was piping and stuff. I just didn't want to look like who I'm on the streets. So I would wash my clothes, my one dress, right by the gas station. There was a standpipe, and I would wash my dress there late at night when people didn't walk the streets so much, so that people wouldn't see. So that tomorrow I could not look. So when I ask somebody, could you buy me a meal, or could you give me money to buy, or could you buy me a pack of breeze? They wouldn't see piper, they wouldn't see drugs, they wouldn't see that, because that wasn't the issue. And after that, I met my husband on a maxi, And again, he exploited the situation. And I didn't recognize I was being exploited. I thought somebody saving me, you know? And so I got married. And I did gardening. And I started taking, because I did not go to high school and stuff like that. Because of our situations, we did not get to go to school and stuff. And while doing gardening with my husband at a very young age and stuff, I got married at exactly 21. I was with this husband from 16 years old. And I started going to class to perfect agriculture so that I could be the best gardener I can be. And I joined the CCC program. And it was one of the best things I did, because I listened to the lectures and I started waking up in CCC, listening to the lectures, listening on what you could do with your life from this program. So I kept going back. I went to CCC 3 times. And on the 3rd time, they put me in on-the-job training to Royal Castle job, which again, Royal Castle had already refused my application to work there. And now I'm getting to go through a program. And I became one of the best cashiers they ever have. I became one of the person who smiled the most and who was able to get rid of the line the fastest. So I was offered a contract with Royal Castle before my CCC program ended. And from there, I worked for Royal Castle for 3 years. I was the lady that opened the airport branch. I was the only person who knew how to operate their touch screen. So I had to train workers to learn how to work at that branch. I was so proud of myself then. So I was feeling like life is happening now, because I moved from sweeping the streets by La Luna Club and cleaning people's vomit at 13 years old. And now I'm working in Royal Castle. So everything for me was an accomplishment, a step further. And as I went on, and I said, I started working at a security firm. And I stayed there for a couple of years, and I started buying, every time I get paid, I would buy a book at Sharon's bookstore or Jadu's and stuff. And I would teach myself. I would teach myself in the garage or under a tent or wherever we were up as security guards, so that I felt like I wouldn't be stupid. I would be able to recognize words, and I would be able to write and not look like I'm not in society. So that's what I kept doing until this woman hired me as a DJ. And I used to drink 3 beers to literally suppress the nerves so that I could figure out what to do. And I remember always praying to God and say, bless my hands, bless my hands. And I still do this up to this day, bless my eye. Because up to this day, I do not know how I became a household DJ. It's still surreal to me. I do not know how I managed to open. Now I hire people and teach them how to do this.
Well, I have to tell you, it's because you know, sometimes through all our difficulties, you know, we are able to cope and be very successful through all the difficulties that we are going through. And due to those difficulties, you know, we climb mountains that we didn't think we could climb. You know, we get to places that we never thought we can get, you know, but it's due to our adversity that takes us there. You know, I mean, as I tell people, I grew up in 𝗧𝗂𝗲𝗏𝗏, you know, and I always tell people that. And we just had another young lady here who grew up in 𝗧𝗂𝗲𝗏𝗏𝗏, you know, and the difficulties that we face make us stronger when we become adults. You know,
but those are the things I teach now on TikTok. I try to remind people self-love, because the world made me hate myself for a while, and I didn't know what it means to love yourself first. I didn't know what that means. I didn't know people can see beauty the way that I am. And now that I have learned how to, that affirmation, like the first thing I say to myself in the morning is, I greet myself. And sung by, excuse?
I say yep, absolutely.
Yes, I greet myself with this song from Orlando Octave. And I literally wake up and I go to the mirror and I was like, Taki, where you from? And then I start telling myself how beautiful you look today. Oh, we're like, you're looking too well today. You better fix this canvas before you go out there. So I start telling myself all the beautiful, I suit myself in the mirror and stuff. So now I'm teaching that on TikTok because I have the platform. And a lot of people are broken and for many different reasons, and they have nobody, and they don't know how. But somebody who come from where I come from, I feel I can tell you how to do it. Just get up. And I always say, the race is not for the swiftest. It's for who endure it to the end. And where horse does go, jackass does go too. You know?
Say that again. Say that again.
Where horse does go, jackass does go too.
I like that.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. Don't worry about your teeth. Some people had denture.
But I learned to love you. See, what people didn't understand. I'm bullied every day. Every day up to this day, people come at me. And I will tell them I will not be moved. What I learned, even in church and on the streets, I learned that the minute I made it here on earth, God ordained me. And I do not need your validation. I do not need your approval to be alive and breathe and feel good about myself. I learned that on the street.
Talk, sister, talk.
I learned that on the street. So now I am telling people, don't let these cosmetic places tell you cover up that one scar to give you a face that you no longer like, because eventually it will have repercussions.
Talk, sister.
Talk. Be beautiful. Everybody was, if God wanted the same, everybody would have just have a lot of Adam but no Eve. But he made people different, so we could connect in different ways and love yourself. You can't give love or receive love until you learn to love yourself.
That's right. I'm sitting here.
Let me just say something. I just want to say something from the chat, because we interact with our chat quite a bit, right? Yeah, we want to tell everybody, go on TikTok and follow her as well, because, I mean, that's part of what we want to do. Are you Dimensional Darky on TikTok too as well?
Yes, sir, on all platforms, Dimensional Darky.
So you guys, Dimensional Darky, you all see, I mean, someone says she looks like she is creative on spot. True. Another person said he pension, laugh out loud. Yeah, it's real. It's absolutely real. Let me just read a few other things in here. Sue Oliver said, this is very interesting. Nadia says, that doll is amazing, lovely. Sue Oliver says, girl, you're beautiful, you're blessed to have teeth. Some people have dentures. Right? Carrie says, so true, Sue Oliver. Yeah, CV says, way, and I pronounce it, that's how they write it, way. Some people go through some SHIT, right? JB Happy says, CC. JB, every time you come in, you have to put something with politics, JB says CCC is a PNM ambition. when people come in, we chat. We are UNC people, PNM people, we are all kind of people. There's the only chat. There's the only radio station in Trinidad and Tobago where we have all kind of people. Right? We have PNM, we have ILP, we even have people from way back then, DLP. No, we are no DLP.
Ulrich Murray said he was bullied for playing Dollhouse, but guess what? Now he can wash, cook, and iron.
Ulrich, a big man like you playing Dollhouse in Chuba and Chumakak. You go up in Chumakak and you playing Ulrich, you actually come out and say that, right? Corey says, I like these guests. It's like a lot of people could see or hear their story and know, no matter how tough life is, you don't give up. Correct is right.
But ma'am, what is your real name?
My name is Marsha Leoto.
Okay. Oh, is that your married name or?
That's my married name. My birth name is Harry Lal. Don't come for me for that.
Okay. The Zira Khan says, whoa, so proud of you. God bless you so much. And the said, this is so sad. You really don't know what other people are going through. People don't know. They absolutely don't know.
Boy.
I want to share a little story before, because I know you have people waiting.
Yeah.
I almost died because somebody took a joke and didn't know I was going through hell at the time. I was just, I put my uncle in court for an incident. And two ladies just saw me and just did not like me at all. And I have this story on TikTok. And decided to come at my house and leave a message while I went to work. And they came repeatedly. And my neighbor said, they said that a van is looking for me saying that I have HIV. These two young ladies had no idea. I just had a rape kit done and waiting on results. And by getting this message at home, I drank everything in my house to not wake up. And I woke up in the hospital. And I ended up having to go to court for attempted murder on myself because of their joke. It cost me 2 years of my life going to counseling, signing in the station and stuff, because these ladies thought it was funny to just make a joke on me and have no idea I had a rape kit just done and waiting on my results. And I want to remind people, sometimes what is joke for the schoolboy is death to the frog.
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
What is joke for the schoolboy is death to the frog. So when the schoolboy kicking the frog and laughing and getting kicks is death to the frog.
Correct is right. Oh wow, wow, interesting. Another person said CCC is a very nice training school. I was once called to be a chef at the headquarters, but I gave it away. Another person says your story is so sad. JD says if it was not for CCC, we won't have a bungee garland.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Curry says yeah, Ulrich says Ulrich says he was bullied. Ulrich, all right, no. Don't make a joke of that.
No, you can ask, because I'm good. I want to educate people on what bullying does to people.
Go ahead, Gary.
Are you making money on TikTok?
No, this is all for free.
How are you funding yourself? Why are you funding yourself right now?
Presently, I am not funding myself. Presently, I have been working on the funds that I put down over the years, and the bucket is getting low. Bucket is getting low because I also don't know.
I thought maybe you were making, like they give you like YouTube pages for certain amount of things, or
No.
Okay.
No.
But have you signed up? Have you signed up for TikTok to be
creator fund? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not getting the views yet. So people tell me all the time they love the video, but they forget to press the like button. So you watch it, you laugh, but you swipe without liking it. So then that does nothing for me. Right?
And then you have to tell people, I guess you have to tell people to like it.
So I do, but again, I said every little thing for me is an accomplishment. Even getting up in the morning, I have accomplished. I beat yesterday. I cut yesterday ass because I here today. So everything is an accomplishment to me. So what I ask people is, if you want to donate towards the show to help other people get encouraged and stuff, my numbers are all over the place. You can contact me. If you want, all I ask people to donate is things like batteries for me to keep, because I'm sitting right now at my station where I keep my live segments on TikTok. Right here is where the mixer is, the computer is, the mic is, everything is right here. Everything happens right here.
You know what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna get in contact. I'm gonna get in contact with you. My daughter is an influencer on social media, and she can help you drastically on social media because she also is an influencer on YouTube too as well, and she makes money off of YouTube, and she's currently working for a company right now, and she's working with the social media influencer part of the company. My daughter just graduated from college, and she's doing that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get your information, and I'm gonna let her try to get in contact with you and see how she can help you, with your social media platform.
I thank you so much in advance.
Yeah. I think that's little that I can do, for you, because my daughter is very, very, very good, very good, very, very good. She actually helps me with a lot of things we do at WZYE 95.9 FM. So if I could pay it forward to you, I will feel very happy.
I appreciate even just the thought.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean it. So listen to this. Hold on, I'm just trying to read some of this code.
Yeah, why are you doing that? I just want to congratulate you on where she have reached in life, and that in the battles that you have faced, and you kept your head straight. I want to congratulate you. I'm feeling proud, very proud seeing you here, and
Thank you so much.
see what the level you have reached. I'm very proud of what I'm seeing, and just keep your head, focused, and let's keep moving forward.
Thank you so much. I would never stop.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Is that predator that is he still walking the earth?
My 26 predators are still walking the earth.
Could you carry me to all of their houses? I will fix them for you.
Well, presently I am on a mission to find out. A man lived in our house and abused me and my sister for years, and none of us know his name. We just know him by a number.
I will find them. Like, carry me to them. I'll fix them for you.
So my mission is the next time I bounce him up, because every time I do, I walk up to him and I remind him, "Do you remember me?"
Don't ask him nothing. Just look. Let me tell you something. Just you know what you had to do? Get a wood with some nail and put some nail in it, and just walk up and hit him in the head.
No, you know what she do that, Diana? Nah. She has come a long way, Diana. She has come a long way. She has so much more to do. Yeah, she have a lot more to do. A whole lot more to do.
This is how you beat them. Keep going. Don't let them stop you. Don't let the shame of what they did to you wallow in it. Because once you get up and walk and you do something with yourself, that's how you beat them.
Yeah,
somebody gonna feel a lash from me.
No, but to be successful in spite of all the things that have happened, in spite of what they do, your success will motivate you more than anything else to be even more successful.
I turn negativity into positivity, because every comment that they leave on my TikTok, or they leave stuff, because people leave some bad stuff on my stuff, and I take that and I want to make the most funniest video. I literally want to do something very comedic and show you that I will take that and turn it over into a positive thing, because you can't touch me no more.
Yep. I tell people I read the book, The Power of Positive Thinking. I also read the book, The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz, in that, you are going to have a lot of naysayers, who are going to tell you, you can't do this, and you can't do this, and you can't do the other. But what you have gone through, no one knows what you have gone through. No one knows until they walk a mile in your shoes. No one knows.
Exactly.
No one knows. People can say what they want. They look at you today, and to me, this is an ongoing battle for you.
It is. It's an ongoing, because there's not a room or a place or among peers among the young ladies. And I promise you, the women are the worst. Those, I swear, women are the worst. They will look at you and they will make comments and they will style the face like if you are doodle in the road, right? But then I get to show off, because I am the CEO of the Dimensional Entertainment. So I can hire you, I'm from on the street. And I was able to do the work, take the courses, and still I've never been into high school. So, but I'm still going. I am still going.
And somebody just says, Jamie Harper just says, this is why we need an offender registry. I think that's very important. We do need an offender registry.
I support that bill so much, because a lot of parents turn a blind eye to things. And I stabbed the man in my house, and my mother didn't even look to see when I said I stabbed the man. And he continued living there and continued doing what he was doing. And eventually it muted us. After a while, we stopped saying anything. So it became part of our lives. And I don't want nobody's children. I don't have any children of my own, but I have nieces and nephews. And I look out for other people's children, because I don't want no child to live the life I live, or the life that my sisters live. I don't want anybody to experience that.
And what keeps you going on a daily basis in spite of God? That's it?
Without God. Because leave up to man treat me like crap every day. Men, women, children. But God always reminds me, I put you here for a purpose. And in August of last year, I got a stroke and I couldn't speak or walk for a week. And I remember this is the second time I lost my voice, because I do sing publicly and stuff, right? And I get paid to sing and stuff. And I lost my voice, and I said, God, if you give me back my voice, I wouldn't just sing. I would use this voice to touch people, and he gave it back to me. So that's what I'm doing with it now.
I mean, that is so inspirational. It's so inspirational.
You see how people's experiences, she deals with it differently. Now, I could not have gone through what she did, and he walk in the earth, they walk in the earth, and I ain't do nothing to them. You see what I'm saying? Answer, everybody's different. Somebody head would have been chopped off, hand, foot, something, if it was me. Now, dimensional darky, you're stronger than me. I'm telling you, the storm, me, somebody would have been hurting, they would have been limping, their ankle bust, something, that the person I am. Right? But I know me.
But then I hear you, but sometimes, at all times there are consequences for all actions,
Well, I don't tell about the consequences of their action of hurting me is the consequence of my action doing something to them.
No, I hear you, but however, right, what happens, right, bring you to this point today, and what that should do is make you stronger to be a better person.
Answer. You hear what the girl say? 26 people hurt her. You don't think that gonna make that's her? I would have flipped out and hurt somebody.
No, but what I'm saying is that you see where she is today. She's at a better place today because she have empowered herself. Right, I mean, she says she's going with God, right? And God is guiding her to do the things that she's doing. Right? If she had done something else, right?
I would get God's praise. Yeah.
Right. She wouldn't be in that place today to be ordered to do the things that she's doing. And she's now helping other people as well. So yes, it was a lot of difficulties. Yes, it was a lot of trauma, but now she's at a place where she can help a lot of other people, and she can help herself even now. It's COVID-19.
I want to tell people who go through stuff like me, the trauma never leaves. They never leave.
Indeed. That's what I'm saying. It never. And I don't know. I don't know if I could have. Girl, you're strong. You're strong. Because I don't know. I could have seen anyone. I don't know who raped me, right? I don't know. But I know my mother treated me like SHIT, and my father, he don't look at me. And she dead, and I don't pay, he don't mind. So I am far here in the United States. I don't have to see he. But had I had to see 26 people that harm me? No. Somebody feeling my wrath. I telling you.
Well, when I did let somebody feel my wrath, it went unnoticed. So then you kind of learn to hush. And I started writing. It down. That was my escape. And then the comedy came in. So it's like I created Dimensional Darky and put Marsha to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then lived in Dimensional, the word of Dimensional. So this is how it exploded into this, because I created Dimensional Darky to escape Marsha. And then I started to understand what dimensional means. And then I started living my life according to that dimension that I can't be explained, that can't be held down. I am so beautiful that it explodes. And every time it moves, it just gets more beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So Dimensional Darky, I have to get some way to get in contact with you, okay? So how are we gonna do this? You have a Facebook page?
I do. Yes. I have a Dimensional Darky. My business page that the whole government shut down, and I do nail to the because of entertainment, because I was an actor 7 days a week. I have performed in the Prime Minister's office. I have sang for the Prime Minister. I have sang for many communities, and I have DJed at so many parties and events. I was literally on the grow. Everything that comes from me, graphic arts, everything. I also build karaoke tracks. I do everything myself. So I don't have to pay nobody, because I'm cheap now. I don't like to pay people to do things. I like to do it myself. But because of the shutdown, entertainment was one of the first things that, and bars and clubs and everything that made my my being happen, closed down. And then they closed down nail teching, and they closed down everything I could make $1 from. And I was very discouraged, very depression start, because imagine that's the thing that besides God to walk in the world, that's how I walk brave. And then everything shut down, and I felt all my can of worms opening again, and I started to feel like nothing again. And but then I found TikTok. Somebody introduced me to TikTok, and I did not know how funny I was until I can see back this video on TikTok. And then I've heard people tell me my whole life, "You're real funny, girl. You're real funny." But when I was able to see back the video, then I saw the comedy that everybody saw. But they did not know I used to just push that so that people would, I would laugh at me first, and I would do jokes so that people don't just bubbleize me.
Yeah, I mean, I telling you, I we look funny. We look at them thing real funny. I'm gonna lie to you. It's real funny. I look at them thing over and over and over. My whole family, because all of us is Trinidadians, all of us, we look at it over and over and over. You know, and it's and what it is that that's another great outlet for you as well. Right? In order for you to do that. You know, I mean, you know, it's funnier. Well, not funny, but sometimes the people who go through the most difficult things in life, right, do things that are so spectacular that sometimes they don't even know how spectacular they are. You know, I mean, you was just saying, you must just thinking, oh, I'm just doing these videos, and maybe it's not that funny, but other people looking at it, like me looking at it, saying it's real funny, right? For example, Diana has a commentary. And when Diana makes his commentary, a lot of people sit down and listen to her commentary because it makes sense.
And I'm an award-winning poet.
Right.
Congratulations to you, big up you.
Yeah. And Diana is very good. She's excellent at finding people like you and bringing them here on the program. And that's what we do here. You know, we try to bring people in on Trinidad and from Trinidad or any parts of the Caribbean, but mainly from Trinidad to bring on the program. So somehow we could give them more exposure. You
Thank
know,
you so much.
In the things that they're doing, and that's what we kind of.
I had 5 shows booked in the US just before COVID, and everything just crashed.
Wow.
But when you're coming to the US, let me know. You know, you come in New York.
Yes, because I am a visa holder. So
let me know. I come in to see you.
Yeah, you come and support you, man. Full 100. Full 100.
And yes, and I will hope that I get the opportunity to meet you all, because you all do not know what you all just restored in me to be.
We coming to see. Listen, we want you to do the one with the You have anything new, or we want to do the one with the national insurance? You have anything new?
No, I didn't
well, if I give it away, then you wouldn't go on TikTok and look for the videos, or people will share it, right?
Didn't you do one with Wassa?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was the Wassa who called and asked if they would send some bread or something.
Wassa, you know, that was so funny, man. Wassa, he said to give me more in the pipes. I said, what? That creativity is full of soul. That real creativity.
No, I like the one where she said she's here now. Do the one with the national insurance for me now. Come, give me some laugh here now.
When I call NIS to find out if I can get my
mother. Go into character. Character now. Let me see. Character. What?
Hello, could I talk to NIS, please? Somebody in authority. Yes, I know that all they was giving out a grant, but it's my grandmother who get to do something. I want me to get my grant yet, you know. I have to go to Tobago now because I see Tobago getting 1-point-something million. Trinidad and Tobago are living, you know. Don't be raising your voice at me, you know, Miss Lady. Put me on to somebody who knows to talk to customers, please. Thanks.
Yeah, that's a kind of example right there. Yeah, I mean, I tell you, you know something. we normally ask a question, but if you don't want to answer it, you don't have to answer it. Right? We normally ask people who are guests, if you had to send a message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝘆, what would be your message?
Stop jackassing this into please.
Let me tell you this, that is the shortest one we ever get, bro. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
You can't beat that. You can't beat that.
You can't beat that one. You can't beat that one. So
Excellent
listen.
job.
Yeah.
Ladies' night, boy.
Ladies' night. So before you go, any closing words before you go? Dimensional Darky.
I want to say thank you to every one of you for having me, because you all do not know what you just restored in me. Because one day I want to be like Miss Diana. I want to use my voice to come on the road and shake people up. You know, I want to be that power, because I have a lot to say, and the road is not going to just be easy to get into a radio station. But just by being able to come on your program today, I want to say thank you so much, because you just made my vision look even closer.
Absolutely.
I
would like to encourage you to do some educational with the puppet. Do some educational things for the kids. So not just for the adults, but that puppet thing can play a big role in Trinidad and Tobago. So if you can do a special program designated to the young children, with that puppet, that would be so nice.
Yep.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. You all don't know. Thank you the last time, because God, this didn't happen just so, because I pray. And thank you to Miss Brittany Williams for contacting you all and having me on your program tonight.
Yeah, listen. And you know what it is too? In Dimensional Darky, if you know any young ladies too who you think needs this type of platform, that's what our platform here to is. It's all about empowerment.
I have a story to tell.
You have a story to tell.
I can bring my sisters here. You all only get a scratch of our story.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's what it's about. We want people to tell their stories, because you guys really don't have an opportunity to go on other radio stations or on televisions in Trinidad and Tobago and actually tell your story. So we are not just only on YouTube, but we are also on 95.9 FM here in New Jersey as well. So we want people to tell their stories, and that's what we are. We want to empower people to actually talk about the things that they're going through and inspire other people for a better tomorrow.
Yes.
There's a lady in the chat.
Don't forget to follow button on TikTok for me, please.
There's a lady in the chat, Survival Scholars. She's gonna follow you since you do puppets. Yeah.
Thank you. So she got my attention when I heard that. I was like,
right. So Survival Scholars, she's gonna you already got another connection right there.
Right? I will be following you. Ooh.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yep. All right. So thank you so much.
Have a lovely
evening. Were you gonna say something? Thank you
JB
so much.
wants to know if it's the Oprah Winfrey show tonight. Yeah, JB.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Take care.
Keep your head up.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
You too, guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Ooh.
We have one more. Let's bring her in right away. Is she there?
You have another one?
No, she's there. Brittany's there. We're gonna bring Brittany in. Hold on, let me just okay. Let's bring in Brittany. Hi Brittany, welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm great. Just enjoying the background.
Wonderful. Thank you for introducing Dimensional Darky to us. But I didn't even know it was that young lady. I we look at all the TikTok, all the TikTok videos. It's really fantastic. So how are you doing now?
Well, I'm great. I'm happy just to be on the program with Miss Diana Benskin and Mr. Anslim and everybody. I'm just happy. Sometimes ladies need a little platform to be heard.
And that's kind of important. Gary, you want to say something? Okay, and I think that's so important for people. Since this program is a program dedicated to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, for people who don't have an ear of the other radio programs in Trinidad and Tobago, for you to basically have this type of platform where you could come and actually tell your story. We want this to be not just of course any Trinidad program will have a little bacchanal and confusion in it, but we want to also, when people leave, they get some type of brain food from coming into the village, with the DAG Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. So do you have any update for us as far as things that you're doing, things that you would like to do in the future?
Well, right now, recently, I'm really, getting a little excited due to how little things opening in Trinidad and Tobago, but I'm the type of person who will sit down and plan ahead. I always having a vision for something, and I must say the song that you guys were playing earlier on, it caught my attention deeply because it shows so much in looking at the video. It have a lot of story to tell in the midst of it, and right now I'm having a big vision. It keep repeating itself where I seen you guys come down next year and we have a big fun day. I hear Miss Diana voice speaking loud, waking up people to come out. So I just pray that it really fall through because this year here we were supposed to have a little event to introduce BACA within the community. But it didn't happen due to the COVID. So we pray that things work out next year, So.
We are working on the hamper delivery for her, right, Anslam?
Yeah. That call was put in today. And you gotta be patient. I have to reach this person, in order for us to get it done. But we get it done. Don't worry about it. We get it done.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. We waiting anxiously. Don't worry. We know it will reach.
Yeah, of course it will reach, definitely.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Diana.
Yeah, so as I said, we're working on the hamper delivery. Miss Brittany, want to thank you for bringing Dimensional Darky. I listened to her videos and I didn't know that she has that story behind it. But usually people who suffer terrible trauma, very creative people, like myself. I'm a creative person, but she's strong.
She is, and I tune in on her karaoke program many times because I love to sing, and she put some kind of songs under her feet to give me to sing, and don't care what I don't back down. So we become very close with that. And just getting to know. One time I going in on the TikTok and she was really speaking based on domestic violence and telling parents to be alert within the home, and something I capture from her when I listen to her story, I say, wow, this is something similar what I also have faced when I was younger. And parents need to really wake up. I keep saying that a little child wouldn't come and it has some children, well, they know the little line system, but you have to pay attention when your child come to you and say, someone touch me here, someone touch me there. Now what has happened? These people will start off with little touch and then it will go into big touch. So you can just pat down a child and say, oh God, move. I don't have time. Listen, it wouldn't take nothing out of you. Just to listen to that child.
Hold 1 minute, Miss Brittany. We have to go to a station break. 1 moment.
Yeah. Let's go to a quick station identification. Of course, it's in the village with the DAG Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. We have Brittany Williams with us. Miss Brittany Williams is the founder of 𝗵𝗂 out of Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to go for a short stationary identification and be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Again, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. We have with us in the village tonight, Miss Brittany Williams, the founder of 𝗵𝗂 out of Trinidad and Tobago. What is this 𝗵𝗂 mean again? 𝗵𝗂? What does it mean again?
It's bringing, oh Lord. Bringing awareness, creating action. You catch me off guard, sorry.
Bringing awareness, creating action. That's okay.
Creating action, yeah. That is our anthem. Bringing awareness. You're bringing it, but you have to create it also, because when we look around, we see a lot of people that bring awareness. They will take out pictures, they will do the glamour, but you can't see the action, you know? You don't know where the money gone, but they always doing something.
But I wanna go quickly to the chat. Lana says, Ellis, one bad marriage was enough for me, so nah, I good being single. All right. I mean, I would say. JB Harper says 500 for Anthem to sing a song from the Mighty Sparrow. JB, I could well sing, but wrong for you, right? I'm from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. You ever hear from 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 can sing?
He does carry his own key.
Well, before I enter the house, I have my own key. before I come in the door, I'm my own key for my cars, everything. Yeah.
All right, so let me go.
Jeez, I know I'm not saying all men bad, but a man better get consent from God before he come by me.
Oh God.
Lana boy. Miller says,
Lana, I agree with you.
Good night, Miss Brittany. Curry says, welcome, Miss Brittany. Ellis Laborde say, welcome, Miss Brittany. Cheese Stick say, welcome, Brittany. JB Harper said, I need to get some napkins before the next guest.
Miller said, Diana, you had 3 beautiful, strong women, determined guests tonight. I enjoyed this show. I know we'll have days you all will have the guests that can't answer a question, but this was great. Thank you, Kay Miller. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And we have a 4th one here now. Thank you.
Yeah,
I could sing, JB, even a fortune teller couldn't tell you more about woman than me. Don't care how a woman clever, I sure are smarter than she. I get me $500 now.
Yeah. You get 500 right there. Ellis says, Darky can get. So Ellis asks this, Darky, can I get a little gig with you, please? I could talk like Rowley. I have a Cookie Monster voice like the PM. Now, Ellis, no work for you, boy. No work for you. Yes.
I wish I was related to Darky, though.
So, Brittany, how do you meet Darky?
On TikTok.
On TikTok,
yeah, from just happening in her program and just loving her vibe. She listen, she don't go without speaking. That lady could talk. The air don't go silent for no, so I love that about her. And I started to talk to her private contact, tell her, say, you know what, I know this lady. She said, who lady? I said, but listen, she go by the name of Storm. I say, you remind me of Miss Storm. She said, who is Miss Storm? And I tell her, Miss Diana Benson and everything. I said, like for you to get on this program, because stories like this, it just be very quiet. Very rare you will hear things. You're seeing her passion, you're seeing her entertaining and live, but you don't know the story behind all of that. So it was really nice to sit back and listen to everything this evening.
Yeah, but she, I mean, 5 years old and now she's strong. She's strong, boy. If I was related
She
to she,
is, yeah.
Diana, women
Miss
are
Diana,
strong, man. Women, listen to this,
Miss
I
Diana.
have to tell you the truth. Go ahead with me.
No, I tell Miss Diana is a very strong lady also. But I was listening to her comments when Darky was speaking, and boy, listen, the neighbor probably hear me laughing. I said, Miss Diana, you not easy. You not easy at all.
if
I was
I was,
wondering if
look,
I was
if
wondering
I
if the cookie broom on the side of your others get frightened with that broom, you know.
if I was related to dimensional darky, let me tell you, people would have been getting cut tail. You hear what I tell you? Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. That is so sad to hear what one person have to go through, but you know it's not easy. I all had my
Yeah.
take when I was younger, grew up in a
Nobody, let me tell
family,
you,
you know, but
nobody would have been teasing her about her teeth. Nobody, them pedophilia that interfere with her, I would have fixed them once and for all. Okay? Good.
we know, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it and what we want to do, we want to highlight, like we call tonight ladies' night, in here in the village, and we are doing stuff that maybe other media and radio station in Trinidad kind of refuse to do, and we think it's important for people to get their message out in the public domain, because
Yeah.
I tell you, you never ever know what another person has gone through or is going through. You don't know. You
You don't
basically
know
can
unless that
go
person
ahead.
open their mouth and tell you. That is how you know. Now, from my experience, you know, people will always judge me and they will say, you look like you look rich, you look everything. They label me. I I thankful for it, but I know what I have to go through. And sometimes when I open my mouth, they will watch me like, you still alive? Yes, I am. Because you see, God have a purpose for me. And sometimes people will
Internet.
take their own mouth and will shout that at you. But sometimes they're shouting it and it coming back to them. So you must be careful of your words. Your words is very powerful, you know? Very, very powerful.
I want to say something to the people, especially the people who listen to us, right? There is a book called Mindset by Dr. 𝗂𝗲𝗄𝗃. It's called Mindset. And 𝗂𝗲𝗄𝗃 tells us that most human beings have two types of mindset. Either you have a fixed mindset or you have a growth mindset. When you think about a baby, when a baby is born, a baby is able to crawl, then the baby is able to walk, then the baby is able to talk, then the baby is able to do a lot of things, a lot of things. That baby has a growth mindset, right? And when we go to sports, we take a person like John McEnroe. He was a tennis player. And whenever he lost a tennis match, it was because the string on his rackets was too loose, it was too cold, the grass was too wet. There was always an excuse as to why he lost, because he had a fixed mindset. Now you look at a person like Michael Jordan or Muhammad Ali or Tiger Woods, they have growth mindsets. When they lost, they say to themselves, what do I need to do in order for me to get better so I can win? So that was a fantastic book, and I've read that book and I've recommended that book to my kids. The Power of Positive Thinking as well as The Magic of Thinking Big. Those are three books that I really recommend to people. That I think is very important, as you go forward in life.
Right. Absolutely.
There's
And
one book I
Mr.
recommend.
Ansem,
There's one book I strongly recommend to people.
Yeah.
𝗵𝗵𝘊𝐻.
Yeah, that too.
absolutely.
That book will conquer everything.
Absolutely. And as we on the road of book right now, just talking to Miss Diana Benskin, and she's always like a mother figure to me. I put her in that category. I am right now writing a book by the name of Out of Darkness into the Light. So as soon as that fixed, I will introduce you guys to it because it's a deep story. And sometimes I find it, as Darky now says, sometimes you're living and people expect it to come out, but you're out of it, but you will never forget what you have been through. And this is the reason we will stand up now and try to help other person who may be facing and going through the same situation. And BACA Empowerment of Trinidad and Tobago, we offer free counseling because we know when you're in this situation, sometimes you don't have money, not even to take a $5 taxi to run, much as to pay for counseling, So get on board, visit us on Facebook, and find out more about us. We're willing to help.
Well, again, Britt, we want to thank you. We want to thank you so much for joining us. Any closing words before you go? Did I actually ask them? Did I actually ask them if you had to send a message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago? What would be your message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago?
Okay. I will say, let me slow down with the politics. Sometimes in life, it's too much of this side with that side and who against who. Let us see for once in our life to see about the people, the public. People need help. It is not a joke. We need to come serious, and this is the purpose of a lot of NGOs throughout, that they are very quiet. When I say quiet, I mean that we're not getting the opportunity to do more. I will put it like we in shelters. We don't get to stretch our leg as much because everything is about politics. What the yellow doing and what the red doing. For once, Mr. PM, please see about the people of the nation.
And there you have it. Thank you so much, Brittany. We really appreciate
Thank
you,
you
and
so
we
much.
continue. And of course, we're going to continue to, of course, bring you back in the program, and we thank you so very kindly.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye.
So, answer.
Yeah.
I was going through. I just happened to go. I don't know how this number popped up in my phone. I know I was trying to reach somebody else, and I came across a number of somebody who had reached out to me a while ago. So I just said, "How things?" And they say, "Who is this?" Because apparently they changed phone and stuff like that. Anyway, and I introduced myself. This person still stuck in St. Lucia. Never got a response from National Security.
Really?
And just trying to hustle to make a means to survive right now in St. Lucia. And this is a mother with a child. Okay?
No,
I just came across the number. I was looking for somebody else, and I came across. I just say how things, because every now and then I get a little chance to just follow up with people, see how things going, And no, I didn't realize she never made it to TNT.
Yeah, boy. All right, Fitzgerald Hines and Fitzgerald Hines and Stuart Young and Dr. Rowley. Yeah, and they ain't no more stranded citizens. Oh, Father God, rest
Anyway, it was a very interesting night. I deeply appreciate the people coming on board. And just like I like this making the idea of we making this about our people, and doing everything to assist them, and I like it. What happened to the people that our listening audience here in the US? They don't call the show anymore. What's going on with that?
No, well, Gary, to be honest with you, I really don't. We haven't pushed the telephone lines and given out the telephone numbers as much. We're gonna get back to that, but I think we wanted to engage the people in the chat more than anything else, and
okay.
We kind of doing it a little different in that. We cherish the people in the chat, and when we're gonna take phone call, you know, we gotta spend so much time on taking phone
Yeah,
calls.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it might take away a little bit from what we kind of pioneered, so to speak. You know, so we could always get to phone calls, but you know, sometimes it'll
Yeah,
be
well, you
hard
see, I
making
want to
phone
be
calls.
able to, you know, in the sense that we're reaching them, we want to be able to engage those that are here to come on board.
But they could come
With,
through the chat too. They could come through the chat just as
Chat,
well.
yeah.
They could come through the chat just as well. You know what I mean?
Come on board and
Because
support the people that's home, that needs the help. We're not asking for any funds. We're asking you to join us in the fight to assist our people. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't want anybody sending any money to us to say that they're giving us money, but to send money for those who need help. And I mean, whatever skills they have, they might be able to offer something too. There's we have all this information technology, so I mean, they could assist, remotely also, in a lot of other ways. So I just want to keep on engaging the members of the diaspora living outside here, So that's what I'm heading at with that, So anyway, it's been a long night. I would say good night. And Miss Diana looks very tired.
Leave me alone, Gary. I just fed up. Angry.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, so anyway, we have a mother out in St. Lucia. They're struggling.
All right, we get in touch with her and see what we could do for her.
Yeah.
So, bread.
Yeah. And in the meantime, they're sporting themselves, puffing up their chest down in Trinidad.
And then they're going to want she to come home now and pay for quarantine.
Oh. I kind of feel it. I really feel hard. I feel it hard today with that situation to know that she's still there.
all right.
Anyway, I'm gonna say good night.
Okay, cool. Tommy, closing words.
Yeah, good night, Gary.
Hold on a minute. Before we go, who we have up tonight? Let me see who we have up tonight. Tonight we have
Okay, Melissa Diana is furious. Yeah.
Who's that?
Okay, Melissa, I'm furious.
We had Ellis already. Sue
Yeah.
Olive. Can you, Diana, your friend ain't coming tonight? Where your friend from the last time?
No.
She ain't coming tonight? Sue Olive. Can you put your closing comments in the chat, please? Sue Olive
and kids they will dangle, all to hypnotize and bamboozle. It's your autonomy they want to strangle, stifle your progress financial, and keep you as a ward perpetual. Friends, acquaintances, fellow Tobagonians, do I have your attention? This is Diana Benskin, aka The Storm, bidding you auf Wiedersehen until we meet again, fellow Tobagonians.
And of course, there you have it. So let's read the closing comments. We got Raj V. So we got Raj V tonight and Ulrich. We got to go back for Raj V. Raj V, boy. Cool, the comments going back, boy. I mean, the comments will be going quicker. Raj V, boy. Hold on. No, not that. Okay, let me read Ulrich on first, and then we're going to read Raj V, since Ulrich on is right here. Okay, so Sue says, Sue, we were looking for your closing comments. Sue Olive. All right, Sue says, I've totally enjoyed this show. I will be following this, ladies. Thank you very much, Sue. Then let's get Ulrich. Ulrich says, only you can make yourself happy, and only you can make yourself sad. Choose one. Full 100. And then Raj V says, good night, everyone, and be safe. Better days ahead. Thank you guys so very kindly. And we're going to go out with, let's go out with,
Ladies' night. Ladies' night.
All right, let's go to that one. Let's go to that one. Ladies' night. Yep. We're going to go to ladies' night.